All right. Hi, Steve.
Hi, is this working?
Yeah, it's working. Does it come down? Yeah, it's working.
Hello? Oh no.
Yeah, there's an echo. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. But there's a, okay, 1 second. We're on the loop here. I'm going to have to kill this. Stop the loop. All right. Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Hi. I hope this is working.
It is.
Okay, perfect.
It's our first time multi-streaming across 7 different platforms simultaneously. Uh, I was just making sure that it was working on YouTube live and on Pump Fun, and it is. So that's why I was having an echo. We are going to have Karen join us, the co-founder. So she's coming on. Let me tell her to hop on here right away. Okay, we're waiting for you. Now, since it's the first shot, could you tell me how do you, is the audio and the video quality good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Excellent. I wonder
It
how
was
many people
lagging a
we're going
bit,
to
but
have.
not anymore.
All right, perfect. Yeah, because I was testing all the platforms at the same time. I hope our huge community on Telegram is going to join us. And also on X, it's been posted everywhere. Yeah, let me tell them we are live. And we're going to have a fabulous show tonight. Okay, yeah. Karen is asking, we're waiting for her. I thought you would let me in. No, no, you have to ask to be let in, and I will let you in, my dear. Okay. Oh, I'm going to explain to everybody since we're streaming here through several new platforms. Some people have never heard of us. I actually don't even know how many people will be watching across the other platforms, but it doesn't matter. We know that we are also live on X, where everybody is usually watching us. I think that the very best place to ask questions would actually be our Telegram group. There is Karen. I can add her to the stage. Hello, my co-founder. How are you?
Hello, I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you?
Very well.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Karen, you're going to be able, for the first time, to have a conversation with Stephen. Now, the funny thing here is that we're all Canadians.
That is kind of odd.
I don't know if that's a good thing, but all right. Well, we're not in Canada anymore, so it's a great thing.
Yeah, you're the lucky one.
All right, so let me start with an introduction. Right now, it's cool. I can see that we have 2 viewers presently, 2 people on X. Hi, guys. Thank you for watching. Well, maybe we should wait before some more people step in because I'm not going to start making a full explanation of our platform and introduction. Now we have three.
Right. There is quite a bit to talk about.
There's one person on Twitch watching us. Dude, the guy or the lady watching us on Twitch, you're the first one to ever watch us. We're usually live on Pump Fun. We are live on X. We are live on YouTube, but it's the first time on Twitch, and you're our first viewer on Twitch ever. Wonderful. All right, so we got some guys joining on X. We're going to have full explanation of what this is all about, and you are going to see it's pretty extraordinary. I know on Twitch you guys are used to watching people play video games. This is very different. This is a real world adventure, a real world game. So we're going to give you a breakdown of what it is, and we're going to have an amazing conversation with some brilliant people here. Hey, they'll probably find this shocking, Stephen, that usually, they see 20-year-old kids in here, and we're the old guys of Web3.
That's funny.
and of course, a young lady, because Karen, I would never dare say how old she is. She's a young lady.
I wouldn't say old, I'd say experienced,
Oh shit!
Thank you. Both.
right?
Hell, Alice is like right on. Very experienced.
There there are many young people with experience, but with age comes more experience. So
Yeah. So, Stephen, are you actually like you're in Ontario? Are you in
I am, yes.
Toronto? Yeah. I
Not in Toronto. No, I'm in Northern Ontario,
That's
way up
kind of
north.
strange because I'm following the stats on our website. I wonder if from this multi-streaming platform, if I could share links and stuff like that. Our website is ulys.site, ULYS, like Uniform Lima Yankee Sierra dot SITE, so Sierra India Tango Echo. And it will allow you to check out our incredibly powerful 100% live Web3 platform. We have the world's first and only travel to earn and explore to own ecosystem, which means that we have 103,173 locations into our database. Actually, that's not true. That number just increased because I added 43 locations in Naples, Florida before we started this live to please one of my friends in Florida. So he said, add some locations in Naples, and I did on the fly. So 43 more to 103,173. You add to that those locations span across 197 countries. It means that you can not download our app. Yes, we are going to release it. It's live, it's ready. But you can go on our platform, ulys.site, register. Then when your account is ready, you just step outside, you find the landmark near you, you confirm your presence at that landmark, and you instantly get rewarded in crypto and sometimes in NFTs. You will get our very own Quest token that is actually trading on Solana. It's on the decentralized exchange. It was initially launched on PunFun. We bonded, and now we are on the decentralized exchange. So it's a travel to earn ecosystem. It's a very powerful platform. It will act also as your AI tour guide every time you get to a place. So let's say you're in New York and you visit the Empire State Building. The AI agent will give you a full breakdown of of the history of the Empire State Building, and you can also use our AI to build a specific quest route for you. All right, so that was the brief summary for the 5 people watching us. For the first time, somebody on Twitch, so that's cool. We're going to build a massive following here. I can feel it.
Right, and the extra tokens for new users happening.
Yeah, so that we're going to throw that out there. If you go on our platform now, we know the time. It's 8:10 p.m. here in Malta, Central European time. It's 2:10 p.m. in the US. Any new account that is open on our platform past 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will credit to your account 1,000 Quest tokens for free. All you have to do is visit one landmark and confirm your presence. So with one confirmed visit to a landmark, you'll get 1,000 Quest tokens airdropped for free anywhere you are in the world. So that is the bonus phase. I'll be able to check it out and see if some people are actually signing up. Well, that's the exciting part. All right. So
Yes, you don't need to travel to visit that landmark. It can be right next to you or where you live.
Oh, absolutely. So we call it a travel to earn ecosystem, but actually, if you step outside in your own city, in your own town, in your own country, pretty sure that you're going to find one of the landmarks right next to your home. You could go there, confirm your presence, and receive those rewards. The very cool thing is that it's super easy to use. You could be of any age. What I'm going to do right now, give me 1 second. 1 little second here.
And this
Okay.
will be ever expanding. So if you visit all the landmarks in your area, there's a very good chance that there will be new landmarks added.
Yeah, so I just pinned the URL of the website on the live chat of Pump Fun. And I'm going to do the same thing on YouTube. Now, let me go to YouTube. For those who do not know us, we are maniacs. We stream 12 hours a day, and our conversations are deep and interesting. If it's not your kind of thing, well, sorry, you're going to listen to a deep and interesting conversation full of very, I don't know, insightful information. It's very different from what you usually get.
Right.
Okay, so this
And
is the live stream. I'm on. Okay, hold on a
real
second.
and confirmed information, not just speculation, not saying things that aren't true to hype people up.
Yeah.
This is all real-time information.
Yes, it might sound
Okay.
too good to be true for some people, but
Yeah.
everything we say, it is good, it is true, and it is verifiable. So it's not just too good to be true, it's real.
Right? The evidence is there. If you don't believe it, check it out for yourself. You know, do your own inspection.
Okay, so I just posted on YouTube and on Pump Fun the link to our website so people can sign up. That's kind of funny. We're at the Quest token was at 56,000 market cap, and right now somebody sold just when we started the live, and the market cap's at 54,226. Now, let me explain this. The Quest token is actually the engine that makes our whole platform run. So when you're going out and you're visiting a landmark and you're confirming your presence there with your mobile device, our system verifies your GPS coordinates, and it will compare the GPS coordinates of your phone with the GPS coordinates of the landmark you are claiming to have reached. Once that's done, the system will award you 50 Quest tokens. Now, the 50 Quest tokens come from this Pump Fund launch that we did. And we bought 50 million coins, 5% of the supply, and we put it outside. We put it aside in a multi-signature wallet to drop it to you guys so that you can earn. There you go. So that's
one thing I think you can add is the process of verifying the location of your phone compared to the location of the landmark, and then claiming the tokens. All this, we're talking seconds. We're not talking a long process, right?
No, it's instantaneous. The second you click found it and you're there, you get awarded the Quest tokens right away. Now, the more simple thing to do here is to actually go on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, we have a full demo video running there. It lasts 14 minutes, but it's a full demonstration of how the platform works. We invite you to watch that because it has a lot of features. As I said, it's very powerful, really worth looking at. And also, if you're a Pump Fun kind of guy, you could go on Pump Fun, find our live stream, the Quest token. I would need to find our smart contract address to make sure that you're at the right place. And the video is running over there 24/7. I wish that on this StreamYard there was a way to actually push, I don't know, a message across all the chats on all the platforms. They don't allow you to do that. Okay.
In the comment section, maybe?
I don't know if there's a comment. Teleprompter. My God, there's a teleprompter. What is this? Oh, look at that. There's a teleprompter. Did you see something?
Nope.
Scroll down a script and notes to use during the stream. Okay, I'm going to have to figure what that is. only visible to you. So first time using this stuff, so guys, please be patient with us. We apologize. The 6 viewers must be really freaking out. I think that we are on X Live and not on X Spaces. I was supposed to start the X Space simultaneously. My bad. You know what? I'm going to start it right now. So we're going to add the X Spaces. There we go. Skip.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like last time where people could be watching anonymously.
On X Spaces, they can. Over here on Twitch, they definitely can. All I see is the number of viewers. Now we're at 8, but I cannot see who they are. Oh, maybe it's because I do not know how to use this stuff yet. Okay, all the people in our fabulous Telegram group who are usually hyperactive. I don't know if they're out clubbing on this Saturday night, but please. John Wemo, if you want to join us and we can have a nice conversation in Spanish once again, please don't hesitate. Yeah, we wish we had Johnny. Huh? Oh my God, he was an incredible guest to have. Huh? Johnny was super brilliant, and he was very, very, very good at sharing information about pump fund and crypto in general, and etc.
I think in time we'll get more people on here.
Yeah. Well, we're already doing not bad in the group. We reached 452 members on the Telegram group. We reached 860 on X, but that's quite incredible because we did that in the span of what, 10 days?
Yeah,
We didn't have 100 and something, yeah.
It's pretty outstanding.
Yeah. So, Karine, I would like you to share with our listeners your insights as a teacher, as somebody who has a master's in business administration, and somebody who has been on the Shark Tank with me, where we successfully pitched to the Sharks and secured the largest deal of the season we were on, and we went on to do the Jigsaw Puzzle International Convention and the Metaverse Expo in Las Vegas in 2022. So this is the first time that you have Shark Tank veterans that launch a real-world Web3 platform on Pump Fund, first of all, and I think all over the internet, because there is absolutely no other utility platform that comes close to what we're doing. All the others have a tendency to be related to crypto trading, exchanges, layers. We're not into that. We bring you a real world game. It's like a Pokemon Go, where you get rewarded, and instead of chasing Pokemons, you're chasing landmarks that are static. You know where they are. You're not going to chase a Pokemon across the street and get hit by a car. So that's, I think, a big plus. So please give us your insights of why this platform was so meaningful to you, especially when it comes to education and the potential for government-related things. I'd like to remember everybody that Karen is not from the crypto or Web3 world, so you're going to have a different perspective.
Well, this platform has many firsts. First of all, in most of the crypto space, you don't see the dev on a daily basis. You don't get to talk to the dev, to message the dev, to see him live. That's a first. For a utility platform to be launched on PubFun, this is another first. The crypto space is just full of speculation, platform for finances, but nothing that is will be utilized with the mass population. And that's probably why there isn't mass adoption yet. That's probably why we only see a niche in crypto and not everyday people going there. So this, again, this platform, it's a first. It's a first Web3 utility platform token that will actually help for the mass adoption. The same way we've seen it in Web 2, the same pattern is coming in Web 3. First time
Okay,
you
but
see,
like,
yes,
we're saying this is a Web3 platform, so we're talking to the Web3 crowd or the crypto crowd. Could you please explain why outside of the crypto crowd we're going to be able to reach everybody in the mainstream and potentially hit 100 million subscribers on our platform within the next
simple,
3 years?
because everyday people, the ones that are not investors, the ones that don't come from the crypto world like I do, they have an incentive, and the incentive is huge. The incentive is financial, and it's free money. Who in their right mind in the world that actually just travels and or has landmarks around them is going to say no to free money? If anybody listening, please give me an argument. I'm still looking for the person that's going to give me an argument against this platform, because I still haven't found it. I keep finding pros for this platform and for mass adoption. It's just free money. It's an incentive for everyday people.
You're saying we can't find an argument for something negative, and I think Stephen also said it yesterday. We're unable to find a negative argument about this, but we can't.
And
get
nobody,
even the government here in Malta to accept it.
Right, and
nobody came up with it.
I tried very hard to find the negative, and still trying.
So the only negative is just that everyday people have a misconception, a bad idea of
Phobia.
what crypto is. So as soon, like Alex, you did the test one night asking people in the street, would you use an app that rewards you with crypto? And they're like, oh, no. But it's not actually the platform or the concept itself. It's just the word crypto that scares people off right now. But once people are going to understand that it's free money, they're going to go past those beliefs, because who's going to say no to free money? And it's as simple as that. So yes, they believe now that crypto is full of scammers and things like that. And we've heard the bad stories. We've heard about the rug pulls. We've heard about so many things. But when people are actually going to understand, do their own research, really grasp the extent of the potential of this platform, there's not a single reason to say no to it. It's the negative now is not even a negative. It's just a barrier. People have misconception. They have limiting beliefs about what crypto is. I look at it from a teacher's perspective. I see a new technology. We can do good with any technology. Yes, there will always be bad. People didn't want to do online shopping at the beginning. They were all scared to have their credit card, if they used it, that was going to be drained. But today, people are using their credit card online. They don't mind, because something more, there's a bigger incentive, there's convenience for them. And that speaks even more than what they can believe about the scams. And in this case, with this platform, you add the incentive is financial. This is the biggest thing people need. It's an extra revenue stream, even if it's small, but they get a revenue stream from visiting landmarks. Then they can reinvest that money, and they start learning about crypto. Because to start using the platform, you absolutely do not need any knowledge in crypto. You just follow the instructions, you just do it, and you collect your rewards. So please, any viewers, if you know, tell me why people are not going to adopt this. I don't see it.
You remember the experiment I did when I was walking the streets of Valletta with Pavlo. He's from Ukraine, living in Germany, and now he's joined our team. He actually visited 55 locations in Valletta, the capital of Malta, and he was collecting Quest tokens. But I tried to interview people in the stream, and I simply asked them, like, you're here, you're standing in front of this monument, or we were in front of the St. John's Co-Cathedral. If I were to tell you that just because you're here with an app, you can confirm your presence and just click on a button and earn some free crypto tokens, would you accept? And people were like, "Ah, no, 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 no," and they walk away. It just,
Yeah.
and I tried this, I think, with 3 people. It freaking blew my mind.
No, well,
Like, what?
actually, it's not surprising, but I am convinced it will disappear very quickly because it's the same thing when Amazon was launched. Oh, people are gonna buy books online. What's the point? Well, look what Amazon became. Then are you going to rent an Airbnb? Why am I going to sleep at strangers' house? I wouldn't do that. Today, people are traveling. The first thing they have open is their Airbnb app. Same thing with Uber. Are we going to take a cab or and drive with a stranger? We all know that I've told kids don't speak to strangers or don't go into cars with them, and that's exactly what people do today. So they need to see how convenient it will be for them. Once they see how convenient it is and how practical and useful, they forget the rest instantly. So it will come, but this platform is the next Airbnb, Amazon, Uber, TripAdvisor, Facebook, whatever you want. But this is the league of ULYS Quest, not anywhere else. So would you, if you had the chance to buy 0.05% of those companies, knowing what you know about them today, but you had the chance before, would you have done it? Now we're telling you, don't come crying after.
Yeah. Now, there's one thing about the current market conditions that are not helping right now. It's completely ridiculous. Our company is going to be a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. That's pretty obvious. And we are certainly going to reach at least 1 billion market cap quite fast. But right now, the markets, it's like it's a bloodbath. It's like butchering pigs. I don't know, man. It's bleeding like crazy. People are freaking out. The fear and greed index is at 15%, 1.5, which is extreme fear. And Bitcoin crashed to 80,600, which had a ripple effect on all of the altcoins. So you saw tokens like even Shiba Inu drop by 50%. And even Pudgy Penguins went down 50%. It's like it's a disaster. So already you have a lot of people that were completely wiped out financially. And I'm looking at X, and you have all these influencers and these calls that are posting, "Hey guys, let's all jump into a meme coin and ramp it up to 1 billion so we can all make money and work together." And I'm looking at that and I'm like, why a meme coin? Everybody should jump into Quest, where you have a utility token. You're going to get to a billion easily. It's rug proof because we hold the floor. And you don't have the inherent risk of this meme aspect. And we're trying everything we can to get the message out. And Stephen has been like adamant at trying to get this out. I just like to say, Karen is my co-founder, and we've known each other for 40 years. We've worked together for 35 years. As I said, we were together on the Shark Tank. We did a lot of things.
Said you wouldn't say my age.
No, you're 30 years old. You'll always be.
But we've known each other for 40. Okay.
Hey, you have a baby face. I knew you before you were born. There you go. And Stephen is an ambassador. Stephen was an early adopter in the platform. He bought Quest tokens at a very early stage. Now he is a holder. And he said, I will hold my coins until it goes to 0 or 1 billion. He's not selling anything in between.
But let's remind people, it cannot go to 0. That's an impossibility.
It is. Mathematically, it's impossible because we hold the floor. There was 3 crashes already, and we picked everything up and saved everybody's portfolio because we support our user base. People thought that we were there to like do a rug pull, like it's the fashion. And of course, we did not do that. And on the contrary, we're accumulating and we're locking up. So no end in sight to where this is going. The only thing we need is for sentiment to change, because it's not just that the fear and greed index is terrible. All the crypto going down is because there's some massive profit taking. So there are no losses, because I mean, when you've been selling from $126,000 for Bitcoin and you're now at 83, the people that are selling right now, based to some blockchain analysis, is related to people who bought mid-range, so around like the 60 to 70,000. So they're the ones cashing in, because the Michael Saylors and all that bought when Bitcoin was super cheap, like at the $1,500. They're not selling a single one.
Yeah, but he's still buying. He's still buying whether it goes up or goes down. He has a good plan.
I understand
No,
that
he's averaging down.
Yeah.
I understand that the index is low, and that's why it's hard for people to see that this company can go to $1 billion market cap. But then again, if there's a lot of people losing money, they'll be desperate for a new revenue stream, and financial incentives will work. So I think it can be a bad thing short term right now, but in the long term, people are going to look for new revenue streams, easy money, quickly, because I've lost too much, because I need. So there's two ways of looking at it. It can either be a bad thing right now, or you actually use that to your advantage, and the earlier you are on, the more money you can actually make.
I look at this, I guess, in the opposite way, because I see today's prices as being a good thing. This is the time to get in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, people wait and wait and wait for these prices to go low to buy. You know, they're thinking about the future. Everybody that's panicking right now is thinking short term. But I was looking at Bitcoin yesterday, at the whole picture, and to be quite frank, it's still very, very high. So you really have to look at it from both sides, right? And then anybody who's selling at a loss, that to me doesn't make any sense. For example, I was looking at one, somebody bought $34,000 worth of a coin, and it went down to $2. So he sold. And in my mind, I'm thinking that $2 means nothing to you. So you would be better off just leaving it, because eventually it's going to go back up. Once you pull out that $2, which is really meaningless, you will never see it go up. You're out. So now is the time to buy. People don't have to think about this in a different way entirely. Just think of going to the grocery store and everything's on sale, and now you're complaining about it. It doesn't make any sense.
I think schools should actually start collecting the tokens now, bring the students on field trips, start having students know how to create a wallet and collect their coins,
right,
and then use that to fund the school or any school project. We
And-
know
Yeah,
how
because-
schools around the world are underfunded.
Geez, how ridiculous is it that they've always been telling parents, open a bank account for your kid, get him a debit card, put $10 on the account, learn him money, teach him money management, teach him how to make some savings, to when he gets money for his birthday or he collects money, to put it on the bank account, to have a part to spend, to have a part to save, and to also keep a small percentage always to give to charity, to teach the kid also how to be generous and to share. But why not with crypto? This is going to be the wallet of the future, not the frickin' bank accounts.
right? Like, whether they like it or not, this is going to be the way things are done. It's written all over the walls. It's not going to be, and this is another way of looking at it, right? So right now, I'd say maybe probably less than 5% of the total population is into cryptocurrency. Well, eventually every single person on this planet will use it, just like they use banks, just like they use bank cards. But it will be adopted more so because some places banks aren't accessible. Most places, and I mean just in the broader world, can only use their phone as a bank. So this will actually be bigger than banks.
Yep. And
Look,
there's,
we know,
I can't remember which country,
Mhm.
but there's one that's starting to do, to teach crypto and blockchain and finances on the Web3 in the classroom as early as 7 years old.
Right, which would be wise.
Exactly, but there's only one country doing that, and they're leading the way because they're seeing. So it took a while before all the classrooms were equipped with laptops and internet and Wi-Fi.
Mhm.
They should start doing it now instead of being the last ones again, because education is always the last ones to board that.
You have countries like a lot of countries in Africa. The governments are extremely corrupt. The banks are literally stealing their money. They can't send a wire transfer unless they pay huge fees and pay the exchange rates. With crypto, it's instantaneous, and they're also protecting whatever they make mostly online. Now, all the jobbers community come often from countries where it's very difficult for them, and crypto is actually saving their lives. It's giving them a source of income that they never had access to before. A whole new variety of online jobs that are giving them hope.
We spoke to these about these countries. We also spoke in previous lives about homeless people that could get a little revenue from visiting a landmark and just being able to pay just a sandwich or a meal. There are trying to lost my line of thought. There's other people that you can help also. I'll come back to it because I just that third people that we so people that are, that's what I wanted to say, people that are victim of financial abuse. You have families where one of the partners is taking control over the credit cards, over the accounts, the signatures, the wallets, whatever it is. It's going to be much harder to do on the blockchain. So this would be a big plus for people that are victim of financial abuse to have a wallet and start collecting money an easy way, because they have their phone. They're just walking around town, stopping next to a landmark. Nobody's going to notice. They're not in a bank. They're not lining up to open a bank account. So it's much easier for them to collect some money. And when they have an exit plan of an abusive relationship, well, that money will have taken in value and they'll be able to take it out and save themselves. So we're talking to homeless people. We're talking about the homeless people. We're talking about the people that are abused financially. We're talking about education. This platform has incentives for many different categories of people.
Now, the question of like having only positives, the fact that we launched our token on Solana and that it now migrated to the decentralized exchange, and it was naturally, it hit the bonding curve and the liquidity is permanently locked. Therefore, this token belongs to the community and is directly linked to our platform. And it's not a token that we minted. So if you take, for example, Ripple, they minted XRP and they're the ones controlling the supply and distributing it. And they even have like a centralized system or ledger. And the question of Quest, it belongs to the people. Us, we bought 50 million coins for the initial, from the initial launch, and we're using it to distribute it. The aspect for us is more on the commercial and corporate side, and Our objectives are much greater. We intend to go public, and we're probably going to be like one of the first Web3 platforms, crypto related, to go fully public.
There's meme coins that went to 1 billion market cap. Why does a platform like this, that anybody in the world can use, whether they're from the crypto community or not, that has incentives, that has financial rewards, how can this not hit the 1 billion market cap like other meme coins that have absolutely no utility?
We should have been there already.
It wouldn't make sense.
Actually, the fact that we're at 48,600 market cap is ridiculous. There's 21,000 locked in liquidity. It's nothing. The reason, the market conditions, and the fact that this is a hidden gem. For now, it's not known. We're ready to go full throttle on marketing. We have big backers and we're ready to hit the gas pedal solid. But we're not doing it because right now, trying to push the marketing to tell people to buy a crypto coin on a new Web3 platform, they're going to be, don't feel confident enough. We need the fear and greed index to improve. But the difference here is that, I say it often, but I'm going to repeat it here because it's the first time we stream on multiple platforms at a time. We did not launch a coin to raise money to tell you that we are going to build a game or deliver a platform afterwards. We actually built it, took a year and a half, invested thousands of hours of development on it. It's fully functional. There isn't a feature in it where you go in and you see words like under development. No. Everything works from A to Z. And once the platform was fully functional and not just an MVP, minimum viable product, we delivered it, and then we launched the coin to power the engine behind it. So it was a big gamble on our part because you could do that. If you're launching a coin and you're trying to raise money to build a platform or a game, then you could say if people buy it, they're interested in the concept, they like the white paper. We did the opposite. We kept it completely secret. We built it, we launched it, and now the coin's the engine to get people to earn rewards. But it's also the thing that if early investors buy in now, they're going to make an insane amount of money. It's mathematical. There's not, don't trust me. Try the platform. Go in, sign up, step outside, test the app for yourself. You're going to say, holy shit, it works. I just went to my town square and I collected 50 Quest tokens. And then you're going to like, this is free money. I could be walking around all day, traveling all over the world. Everywhere I go, bing, 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 bing. The money's rolling in nonstop.
You don't have to change your plans, your travel plans in any way. It's just you have your phone with you at all times. And when you stop in front of a landmark, even if you hadn't planned it before, if you just happen to pass by a landmark, well, you can claim your tokens. Nothing has to be planned in advance. In the app, you just create an account, and as soon as you pass by a landmark, you can just claim it.
Yeah,
no planning, no organizing, no searching before. Just
there's
instant.
some cool features that I'm going to be adding. So, for example, there's going to be notifications when the GPS location where you are. Our AI agent is going to be able to compare that with locations in the database in your city. And when you are near one of the locations, which is a public landmark, we're not sending you to a business. We're not pushing you to go somewhere to buy something. We're sending you to a public place, and you'll get a notification, bing, if you just pass by this landmark or this monument or this church or this mosque or this, I don't know, national park or whatever it is, you could claim you're a few meters away. That's going to be amazing. I think people are going to be begging for their phone to send them a notification.
Yeah, the way I saw it was you're basically getting paid to go where we're going to go anyways. You know, if you went on holidays, you're not going to sit in a hotel the whole time. You're going to go somewhere. So you may as well have this running because you're going to get extra for going to the same place. Why not?
Think of it, just all the travel influencers. They travel already. They go, they look for gems. They talk about history, culture, what's happening and what's not. Well, they could, and instead of just waiting for the revenue from their social media, they can get another revenue while traveling on a daily basis.
And also using the AI that tells you about the place you're at. Like, it's not just downloaded from somewhere, it's pretty much proprietary. And it tells you all about the places. It just, that alone is something.
Yes.
When you, right, you connect all these things together and it just makes so much sense. And still 100% adaptable. New locations, the events, special events, like these are places where a lot of people are going to go, and that's guaranteed. So
You see,
why not use this?
Yeah, Stephen, I'm frustrated here because I'm looking at like our Telegram group, and these are all people we know, early investors, and constantly the same message. Oh, well, what's the marketing? Any idea to push the coin, etc. Man, could you please repeat it to them? What more do you want me to do? We've spent thousands of dollars buying booths and doing marketing, and as I said, we're ready to push like hard. But in these market conditions, as hard as I want to push, I'm not going to get 1/10 of the bang for my buck. So, JB, you're very nice asking nonstop, repetitively, constantly, what are you going to do to push the coin? Dude, you tell me what to do.
Right, we're
You
doing
got
it
an
right
idea?
now.
JB told me that he was working as an advisor to CEOs or in big company or whatever it is. Well, dude, you got a plan. Share it. Share it. But yeah, I'm growing extremely frustrated because, anyways, this can't go any lower. It's ridiculous.
The best marketing is word of mouth. It's just you have to tell your friends, your family, your colleagues about it.
Yeah, but Karen, beside that, that's the easy thing to say. Let's have a smarter conversation here, like you're able to. All right, you and I, we did the Shark Tank, then we
Yeah.
did the convention in Las Vegas. Explain to these people how much money we spent, like $2 million budget. Tell them what kind of marketing and advertising we did, and it didn't convert. It's not only a question of throwing money at it.
It's because, yes, we at that point we did spend a lot, huge, if not most of the what we raised was for the marketing, was spent on the marketing. We used all the different marketing channels that we knew about and we could use, or either on social media or in the streets until the billboards in Las Vegas. It didn't
We had
convert.
billboards in California, and we had billboards across the whole highway between California and Las Vegas, which is like a 2.5 hour drive.
We had the following on social media. People knew about it, but it didn't convert. So the question was always, it's not just a question of injecting money. You have to find the exact channels that have the biggest return on investment. And
yeah, okay. And now currently the problem is that in the X space, the retail investors were wiped out. Like on the October 10th crash, 1.6 million wiped out, 19 billion market cap gone. And right now, the only thing left practically on X are the jobbers. A lot of big accounts, guys who had millions and that were big influencers on X, they said, that's it, I'm leaving crypto. It was a cool ride, but I've had enough. They can't take it anymore. The manipulation is tremendous. So X is not the only medium that where we should be on. Like you, Steve, you spoke to absolutely everybody in your surroundings, but they think you're crazy.
Basically, yeah. Which is
I have to agree
a
with
shame.
them.
It's a shame because, okay, so like I've said this before, if this was a meme coin, then messaging all these people, friends, family, everybody I can find on X, I would feel bad because I would just be trying to sell them something to put their money into a meme. This is when I message people and when I tell people about this, I'm telling them because it's in their best interest. Being this early on, if you got in now, this is going to go somewhere. I'm not going to speculate and say this is what it's going to be in this amount of time, because that would be a complete guesstimation. But what I do know is where it should be, what its potentials are, and I know the facts about it. So yeah, it's I find it pretty frustrating when you tell your friends and family and they think you're crazy. But if they just looked at it, this is the thing that bothers me. Just take a look at it, you know, and then tell me I'm crazy.
Well, Karen and I are basically outcasts in our respective families because they think we're nuts as well,
Right?
because we did this. They don't even want to take into consideration the amount of work that we put in it, and they do not have, I think, the intelligence to even understand the vision that we have here and where we're going with this. And Karen and I decided that no matter what it's going to cost us, we won't stop. We're going to make it or it'll kill us. But in any case, we're not quitting.
This is the future, what we call the giant platforms of Web 2. This is the first giant platform of Web 3.
Right?
Aren't you interested? Like the viewers, you should be interested. This is innovation. This is history in the making.
And I find
as a teacher, I find it exciting.
Very flattering that they're calling us crazy, because Steve Jobs was crazy. And look what he did.
Nikola Tesla. How about that?
Yep. Insane.
Yep. Like,
Walt Disney was
people
crazy.
People consider Elon Musk to be crazy.
Yes.
But he went, okay, maybe he had parents that had money and he went to grade school, came to the US. He built Tesla from nothing. And now SpaceX. You could say, you could love him or hate him for what he did with X, buying it for 40 billion and turning it into what it is now. The absolute epitome of like free speech. Thank God for that. But everybody can say and agree that he is crazy. I see this like very flattering. Thank you.
But you cannot build something
crazy as Elon Musk.
You cannot build something this big if you're not a little crazy somewhere.
Right.
You have to, because it's not the average person that's going to dedicate over a year and a half to just coding, to after that actually launch it and hope that people are going to believe in it. You have to be crazy.
Brilliance in the beginning always looks like crazy.
And then it's like, why didn't I think of that before for the other people?
Yeah, and Steve, we talked about this yesterday. When, like right now, this is incredible, but like since nobody's buying it, well, everybody's looking, well, no, I'm not interested, or yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see later. But then when it's going to be at $1 billion market cap, everybody's going to line up to buy it, including corporations and even like hedge funds and shit.
Yeah,
you have to understand that it's not going to go to $1 billion market cap in weeks or months or years. This can happen overnight. As soon as the index changes, the conditions in the crypto community changes, this can actually fly within hours. That's it. So if you're not on board, you might miss it easily.
Right? That's what I keep on telling people.
I could launch a meme coin right now on Pump Fund, open multiple wallets, manipulate the price like they all do, and send this to a $250,000 market cap in a matter of like minutes, literally. And here I'm delivering to the world a real life Web3 platform that works, that has incredible technology, that combines the expertise of like 4 or 5 different segments to be able to build this thing. And I'm sitting at a market cap of 48,600. Oh, you ingrate
Alex,
bunch of.
explain to now that you're on different platforms and we have new viewers, explain to them that it's not just the traveler that benefits, but the real estate investor and the small businesses.
Yeah, so we have the only type of business that actually drives foot traffic to a business. So since our concept, it's not more than a concept, our the physical action that you do is that you visit a landmark, you confirm your presence, and you earn crypto. So businesses, if they want to come on board on the platform, we would, let's say you have a restaurant. If I add your restaurant into the card in your specific country, then people, when they're looking at places to go, they're going to say, well, if I go to this restaurant and eat there, I'm going to be rewarded in Quest tokens. So you're part of our Quest route. You're part of an adventure. You're not advertising on the platform. It's not advertising. It's a partnership because you are part of a Quest route that we're building. It's a completely new approach for businesses and the way to like interact with a brand new clientele. I think that that's what you meant, right?
Yes, a new way of marketing for small businesses, but also the disruption in real estate market.
Well, yeah, because I also built it's active
with the NFTs.
Oh my God, that too. I have so many things. It's insane. Normally, we would make these kinds of announcements, and it would shoot up the market cap by 100 million bucks. It's just that, yeah. Okay, so the landmark NFTs. We converted the first 20 most visited sites on Earth, which means the Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum in Rome, Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, Hagia Sophia in Turkey, the Vatican, which is the most visited landmark on the planet with 19 million visitors per year. There is a series of landmarks like this here in the comment. I will post the link. It's nft.ulys.site. Check that out. Once you go to that website, you're going to see our first 20 landmarks from the Genesis collection. There's only going to be 20 a year minted of these NFTs for the next 5 years for a total of 100. You're not buying digital art. You are buying virtual real estate. If you buy the Vatican, you own it. You own it on the platform, which means that every time somebody goes to the Vatican and confirms their presence with the application, you receive 20% commission of the 50 Quest tokens that he earned for being there, which means that you receive 10 Quest tokens instantly to your crypto wallet as soon as the guy or the lady or the kid or the grandpa confirms his presence over there. So you get passive residual income for life. Now imagine that only 0.1% of the tourists at the Vatican use our application. You have a potential to have between $40,000 and $50,000 a year in residual passive income. And then when you're fed up, wait until our platform has 100 million users. You're going to be able to flip the Vatican for $500 million. I mean, literally, the most expensive NFT was sold for, I think, 900 million. This one's going to reach the billion. It's going to be the hottest property on Earth ever. Now, the crazy part, if you take, let's say, one of our lower cost NFTs, let me just go check on the page right now just to see the live prices, because they are priced in Polygon on Matic. And the web page loads directly these NFTs from the blockchain. So the Acropolis is 40,000. Here, oh my God, where the price crashes, it went down so much. Everybody knows this place, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Let's say you own the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. You paid $16,000. We take those $16,000, it comes straight to us through a smart contract, and it goes straight to the Quest token smart contract on Solana, and it buys for 16,000 of Quest. Now, currently, we made the calculations with Steve yesterday. If people were to buy only for $52,000 of Quest at current levels,
I think it was 48.
48,000. Yeah, it would send the market cap to how much, Steve?
I believe it was $1 million.
$1 million. And we're currently sitting at 48,000. So the guy or the person buys for $16,000 the Burj Khalifa. He owns it on the platform. He gets 20% income for life, residual income from every visit over there. Then suppose that on the side, he's smart enough to buy a bag of Quest tokens. When we get the 16,000, sorry?
First, they would buy the bag first.
Yeah, they would buy the bag of Quest tokens first. Then they buy the NFT. Then we get the 16K. It goes straight to the smart contract. We buy 16K of Quest tokens. It shoots the price up to maybe 250,000 market cap. We're on the radar of everybody. We're trending. We're on Dex Screener. We'll be trending everywhere. And that's when we inject money and we do a huge marketing push. We'll buy boosts. We're going to buy advertising with various calls. We already did it with 6 key opinion leaders and influencers. And at that point, the guy who bought the NFT with the Quest tokens that he owns, he makes a huge profit, colossal profit.
Yeah, well,
he sells it. He
pay for it.
Yeah, he cashes out. He makes a huge bundle, and he has the NFT for free for life, and he can resell it for whenever he wants. I just gave you live a trick to right now. If you have the money, you buy Quest tokens, you buy the landmark NFT, you're going to see the price of Quest tokens shoot up because of your purchase of the landmark. The price is going to be trending. It's going to explode. You're going to make a ton of money, and you'll own the landmark NFT for life. This is like, if somebody's out there and has 18K, I just gave you a trick. It takes, in 5 minutes, all this will be wrapped up, and you're going to be golden. That's all it takes, 5 minutes.
To me, the NFTs are actually more valuable than the coins themselves right now because of their true potential and their sales when the foot traffic's here. But when Steve, there's a billion users, that NFT will be worth so much more.
Just the 20 landmark NFTs from the Genesis collection were initially worth $1.7 million. Like the Vatican was worth 330,000 because there's 19 million people that go there a year. It's currently worth 166, exactly 50% down. You buy the Vatican at 166K, and we inject 166K in buying Quest tokens, we're going to be at 4 or 5 million market cap. You just need to buy for $100 of Quest right now, and you recovered more than your 16K. Imagine if you buy for 1,000. It's like I just gave you the golden opportunity, the jackpot of the money-making tricks. I've been saying it. Nobody's pulling the trigger.
But
everybody, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I was going to say, if you bought all of them, let's just say you had the money and you were to buy all the NFTs that are available right now. So basically, you're buying all the landmarks in the world.
Yeah, they're going to cost you like $850,000.
Right, all together. Well, you would basically own travel, like all in one shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you'd probably be a billionaire from the increase of the price of Quest.
Yeah, I'd like. Where else and how else could you invest? Yes, I understand it's a lot of money, but realistically, it's not, because you're literally buying the world of travel.
Dude, there's guys buying pixelized CryptoPunks and monkeys on the Bored Ape Yacht Club for more than that.
Right.
And they're not even flinching.
No.
But but it's a monkey. Yeah, but man, this is the future Amazon. This is the future Uber. This is the future.
Yeah, you're not just
Microsoft.
buying a picture that
Like
makes nothing. You're buying a source of income. 20% is a lot. So, and then once you own all of them, you're setting the price for selling them afterwards. And I'll tell you what, every one of these places, they're going to want to own their own place.
I haven't even done the math, but I'm pretty sure that if we take right now all the landmark NFTs and they all sold out, I think we'd reach the billion market cap instantly.
And then
Yeah.
really, that's just the beginning.
And you said the total of the 20 NFTs in the Genesis collection,
Yeah.
total less than 2 million.
Well, they used to be 1.7 million when the market was normal, and right now they're worth half of that, about 850,000. I just
So
posted
imagine
the
for
smart contract
850,000, you would be
address.
owning the travel.
Yeah, the whole world
crazy.
travel industry.
Yeah, and then set the prices for to resell them.
Yeah,
For
I
not
think
even $1 million.
it's
For who?
it's a very tempting thing. Like if I had the money, I wouldn't even think twice about it.
And when Steve is saying that, ladies and gentlemen, just a note: he's not working for me. He's not working for this company. He bought at an early stage. He's a holder, and now he's an ambassador out of Canada, and he is working his ass off on our Telegram group, organizing raids and everything to get the word out, speaking to absolutely everybody, because he knows that the bag that he's holding is going to make him richer than his wildest dreams and solves all his problems in life.
Because he truly understands what the project, not the project, the platform is about, and he grasps the extent of the potential and how low the market is right now.
Yeah,
Right.
but more importantly,
he did his own
Steve,
research. He
Yeah,
based
but-
it. He based it on facts. He knows.
Steve, could you please explain to the public why you decided to trust this project? What are the things that you saw? Why did you decide I'm gonna jump into this?
That's very relevant because I started doing crypto like for the very first time about, I want to say, 5 days, and then I found out what rug pulls were because I had no idea. I found out a lot of things, and I found crypto to be quite the scary place. So then my game plan that I thought was smart was I only put money on live stream. So anybody who is live streaming, I'm like, that's a better bet because then at least I can see them and I can see what's going on. So a few of them were, for example, charities. So profits, all the profits went to charity. So I'm like, well, this has to do okay. Like it has to do well. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm going to do this 24 hours straight. I'm like, really? Okay. So I put a little bit of money down, and it's a charity again. So I wasn't planning on making money, but I didn't think I'd lose money. So 5 minutes later, when the price didn't skyrocket like they expected, well, they just stopped and pulled out. So you lost. That happened several times.
So you mean
then
a charity that is supposed to be like morally impeccable, rug
Right.
pulled everybody?
Yeah. So of course that would happen, right? They didn't just give up on every investor. They gave up on the charity itself. They just quit. So I got pretty sick and tired of this quitting thing. Even though people said they weren't going to quit, they always did. So I was done. Absolutely sick of it. And I wasn't going to do it again. And for whatever reason, I saw this just open. And I mean, I got on there from the first second. And my question was, are you going to quit? Are you going to give up? And I probably asked 4 or 5 times. And you swore that you would not quit. And then I listened and I learned and I was hopeful. So I put some money down and I was just hopeful that this time, at least just don't quit. And after what I learned, I was like, this might be really good.
And I have to say that considering the circumstances, you put down a substantial amount of money. It
For
wasn't
me,
$10.
it's huge.
There you go.
Like for me, I'm not doing very well. I'm not rich by far. It's quite the opposite. So for me to put that down, it would basically be like a rich person putting down 90% of what they've got left. You know what I mean? So yeah, I went all in because I trusted it. And when you showed up the next day, I was so relieved. Not just relieved, it gave me hope in humanity because I was really starting to give up. It's quitting seems like the new rage. It's a TikTok mentality. Everything has to happen in whatever TikTok is, like 10 seconds or something. I don't even watch it because I find it just annoying. But everything has to happen right now. I got to get rich in 5 minutes. Nobody has any dedication. So just that alone is a reason to invest in this. Aside from the application
And it wasn't
and the
one day.
background.
I actually went live streaming
Mhm.
during 8 days in a row. On the 9th day, I didn't do it and came back on 10th, 11th. And I think in the first week, I was streaming 10 to 12 hours per day.
Right? And not sleeping still. Like,
Still not sleeping. I
yeah,
can confirm.
I know. I was up pretty late last night and I looked at it and he's posting and
Yep.
I'm like, geez, like you got to sleep. But,
He can't stop.
right? Dedication. Like, and then people will complain, oh, you're not on here enough. Well, a guy's got to sleep. And here's the other thing. This is not a meme coin. This is not a pump and dump. It will be here tomorrow. It will be here the next day. So no, it doesn't all have to happen in the next 10 minutes. It's going to continue no matter what.
And then there's always an argument, but you didn't lock your supply. I can't lock the supply. I needed to distribute it as rewards to people using the platform. Now, there's
Right?
always an argument to say, oh, well, but, the hell with you.
But by doing the Shark Tank, when we did the Jigsaw Puzzle International Convention, we were in Malta preparing it for Vegas. There's a 9 hours time difference between Vegas and Malta. And we learned, starting then, how to adjust to all the time zones and be able to do meetings at any time of day or night whenever it's needed. So that's where Alex got his training, probably, to be able to stay awake for so many hours and adapt, whether to the Europeans or to the Americans or wherever in the world they need to talk to him.
And it goes beyond that. It's like, for everybody who doesn't know already, you can go on my LinkedIn profile. And I've been on the Shark Tank twice, not just once. Furthermore, when we did the convention in Vegas, I was on every single television station and channel. I have no stage fright, no anything, man. I'm a beast in front of the cameras. And I was on NBC, ABC, CNN, Fox News, you name it, man.
All this is available online. You can check it. It's not bragging, nothing like that. It's real. So you can
just have to go to
Google
our website, ULYS.site, go in the team section, and you're going to find my profile and Karen's profile on LinkedIn. And just over there, there's all the videos in the what is it called? Yeah, the highlights section.
If not, just Google our names and Jigsaw Puzzle Convention and ULYS Quest, and you'll find everything you need to.
Right? Just that alone, the background. Just that alone. If this was just a meme coin, that should still mean a lot. There's multiple layers to this, and they're all good. Everything's verifiable. Yes,
and not only that, but Alex has been working in IT, in cybersecurity with high-end companies, with customs, and I've been working in education. And we both intend to continue in our respective domains. And in those two domains, in IT and in education, you cannot afford having any kind of criminal record, any fraud, anything, because then your whole career is ruined. I have to go through as a teacher, whatever job I get, I need to go through to show a clean police record. I cannot be in contact with kids if I have anything in it. Same thing for IT. If he needs to access data centers, information about the company that cannot go public, they need to be able to trust this person. So he has to have a clean record. And over and over again, we've been vetted many times. And we cannot, this cannot be a meme coin, because we wouldn't put at risk both of our careers to risk making a few $1,000.
The perfect example was the Shark Tank. For people who think that we were scammers, we're like, well, we're on the Shark Tank, there's a vetting process. Then you do your pitch, you strike a deal with a shark. Once you strike a deal, you don't think you get the money the next day. They don't send you a check. You have to meet with his lawyers, and they start a huge vetting process. They check your financials, they check your criminal record, they check your background, they need some recommendations, so you have to give them a list of people that they can call that you're dealing with, like your landlord, this, that, and the other, to see if you have a good reputation all in all. And we passed through all of that, and we got the financing. So, yeah, that was the first thing to say. You know, if you're already on the Shark Tank and you conclude the deal to the end, you can be sure that we had a clean slate.
It's not because for those who are interested in the behind the scenes of Shark Tank, it's not because you struck a deal on the show that you actually get the money. Because if at any point the shark or the sharks, if you have more than one investing in your company, feels that it's not safe to give you the money, or found out something about it and says not anymore, well, there's no deal. And the production and the show cannot do anything about it. They'll still show that there was a deal on stage during the show, but whatever happens after, it's not guaranteed at all.
And between the show and by the time we got to Vegas, and the vetting process was going on, the shark actually transferred the money to us maybe 2 months before the convention started, when this was like a year back. It took 10 months before we actually got the money. So that's one thing. Second, with my 30-year career in IT, I am one of the rare guys that have access to the data centers of even Microsoft and Google. You cannot access these places unless you go through a higher level background check, not just the first level. They check, like, there's different levels in your criminal record, and they check the highest ones. I mean, besides maybe a parking ticket, never had anything. So yes, as Karen said, we're not the kind of people that are going to rug you for $3,000. We're here to build a multi-billion-dollar business. If you buy in now, you're in early. You are the luckiest bastard on earth. You missed this opportunity. Well, tough freaking luck, because nothing is going to stop us from getting there. And if you don't like my attitude, well, sorry, just like Steve Jobs, I am an ass.
We cannot take the risk of doing any sort of rug pull or scamming people for just a few $1,000s. It's not worth it. We have 2 careers. We need to keep our credibility, our reputation, our records clean. So
look, there's no scamming people for any amount nowadays. It's not like, I'm old enough to be able, it's not like in the days of the Cold War, where you had countries where you could go and hide and never be extradited. You cannot hide anymore. Take any of the known scammers, maybe besides the Rugia that launched one coin that disappeared, and she was probably chopped up in pieces by the Bulgarian mob and apparently dumped into the Ionian Sea. But you cannot hide anymore. There's nowhere to go. They will catch up on you, and it's not just the reputation, the jail term. There's also the question that they're going to make you pay back the money. We don't. Well, anyways, I don't even know why we're talking about this. That's not what we are or who we are. And
Yeah, I think we should
arrested.
be trying to tell the possible new people here the benefits of today's prices, and not
Well,
look at it like a negative thing, but it's actually a great opportunity that you're not going to have for much longer.
the good
Because
opportunity also is that in Web 2, the giant platforms, there's a few billionaires, multi-billionaires running those platforms, and they're the ones pocketing the money, not everyday people. This is a giant platform, but it's a decentralized platform where it's everyday people that will become the ones governing and making the money, the real money in there. That's the huge difference between the Web 2 giant platforms and this one.
yeah, I keep trying to explain to people that they should consider themselves lucky to even have the opportunity to get in on this, because ordinarily something like this wouldn't be available to you at all. And
Yeah.
just the idea of being able to buy a 1% is enormous. Like, this does not usually happen. And it's right there for anybody. Absolutely anybody could buy in.
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It really is.
You don't get this twice. You either take it or you're not going to get another one before decades.
Right? And like, you could say you bought into Bitcoin. Well, you can double your money. You'll triple your money. You'll hold on to it for 10 years. I'm sure it'll go up, maybe times 10. But this doing times 10 is like nothing.
Exactly.
This is guaranteed to go up way past that. Like, you can multiply your money here without even trying. So why would you bother, trying to make 50% or 400% when here a very small amount of money could go a very long way?
But
So
it's funny
explain to
because
me, Steve, why?
there's
Yeah, go ahead,
people
Karen.
looking for that gem, looking what's the next 100 times, 1,000 times.
Right?
You tell them, and they're not acting, they're not listening. So
No,
why are you?
there's something in the mentality where they think that only a meme coin can provide that kind of return.
Yeah. I think honestly, people, and I mean people, like every single person that's ever bought any cryptocurrency at all, they all want this. They just haven't seen it yet. Like, there's not one person out there that doesn't think the same thing. They all want to get in on something early. They all want it to go somewhere, and they all want it to be safe. Well, you get all those things. So realistically, every single person who's invested in anything ever is looking for this. That's why I keep on trying to tell people about it, because, if that's what it's going to take, is somebody's mentioning it to you, then I would hope that somebody would have mentioned it to me.
Yeah.
There's too much
Well, and the
opportunity.
thing also is that, yeah, we broke the correlation. Wow, look at this. This is incredible. I don't know if I could share my screen here, but if I could, sorry guys, this is the first time I live stream using StreamYard. I'm not familiar with all the functions yet, so I will learn how to, I think I found it here. Share screen. Okay, give me a second. I gotta show you this. There we go. I don't need the audio of the page, whatever. Okay, I think you guys can see it now. You see the page here?
No.
No.
No? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I had to add it to stage. Ah, damn it. All right. I'm learning. All right. So this was the website. Yeah. So it changed because the ad rotates. But you see where there's a race car here?
Yes.
Okay. Steve, are you seeing this, my shared screen? Yeah?
Yeah, it's really small on my phone. I can't
Okay,
really
whatever.
tell.
The banner here, just a second ago, there was an ad for a meme coin. I swear to God. There was an ad for a meme coin just a second ago. This ad rotates. If I refresh the page, we're going to see a new one. This is CNBC.
Really?
This is CNBC. And you're having banner ads for freaking meme coins on CNBC. Wow. Well, there you go. JB, you were asking, where are we going to advertise? I guess on CNBC. Okay, now it's still this race car McLaren thing. There's another one's going to be, I swear to God, a meme coin. I can't believe it. Oh, because maybe I clicked here on crypto. So you see, Bitcoin threatens to go below $80,000. Yeah, marvelous. So there we go. Ah, there it is. Look at that. Joint pre-sale night, the biggest meme coin of 2025. And you see a Pepe with, did you see this? You see this?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Freaking incredible. Jeez. Ah, well, we're at it since we're sharing screens. So let's do this. Let me show you the landmark NFTs. Might as well.
I really think that this could be
So,
advertised
over here.
anywhere and not necessarily just to the crypto market. This is, to me, this is more than just crypto. It appeals to everybody.
Anywhere in the travel and tourism industry already.
I
Just
think
for
one
a
day
start.
it'll be anytime you leave your house. Anytime you leave your house, there's going to be something. That's what, like, when there's billions of users, which there will be, I have no doubt about it.
If a meme coin can go to a 1 billion market cap, I don't see why this one wouldn't be a multi-billion market cap.
But
I agree.
Let me just let me do something really stupid here. Here, I went to this site. I don't know what's the status right now. Okay, I'm just going there. Fluke. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, the site is full. There it is. Okay, look at these guys. Meme coin. They're using the freaking frog to do like the Avengers thing. They raised $6.9 million in a pre-sale.
Jeez.
In a pre-sale, the token is not trading on an exchange or anything. Now, they can say here, the smart contract audited by Solid Proof. Now, what you guys don't know is that I went into the smart contract of this meme coin. The smart contract was super simple. It says mint 1 billion coins of this meme coin and send it to one wallet address. That's all the smart contract did. So saying that, oh, our smart contract is audited, the smart contract is already dead. It filled its purpose. It minted the coin, transferred it to a wallet. Now, the worst part is that you got one guy, one person, that holds that billion coin in a single wallet, where a single key can be compromised. As where we launched 1 billion coins on Solana, it's public domain, it's on DEX. We bought 5% of the supply, and I locked it up in a multi-signature wallet with squads. And what happened with that? I was on the Pump Fund app, and by accident, I clicked on the sell 50% because there's a slider that goes left and right. And I had like $3 on the account, and it sold for $1.50. Imagine if I had held the 50 million Quest tokens in supply in that wallet instead of the multi-signature where you need multiple wallets to sign to validate the movement of the coin. I would have accidentally sold half of the supply and crashed the price.
Right.
So
and I was
this
watching
is like
that. I saw it happen.
completely irresponsible.
Well, this reminds me of
Yeah, you
the
saw it
mining
happen live.
industry. They're making money without actually even having to launch the coin. You know what I mean? They've already made the money. This is rugging somebody before it's even launched.
And it has no purpose, no utility.
So for those who didn't see, this is our platform, ULYS Quest. So here, travel to earn by visiting iconic landmarks, confirm your presence, and get rewarded with Quest tokens and NFTs. I'm reading this out because some people have very small screens, like Steven.
Yeah.
So we currently have 150,000 monthly visitors, 103,197 countries. You could sign up with your Google account or crypto wallet. We have a Telegram mini app, which is amazing. The Android app is ready. We're waiting to announce it publicly and do a press release and do something official. Or you could also sign up with your email and password. This is Echo, our AI agent that we have trained to be your tour guide and build your quest. You can also building activities. And our team, this is myself, Alexander Wakanid, and Karen Derry. Our LinkedIn links are over here, so you can go and check us out on LinkedIn. I'll actually do that.
Like, how many people are giving their real names or
Just to
giving
show
any
what
information?
doxing that we are.
We lost you, Alex?
Yeah, it's breaking up a little
Or
bit.
giving any
Oh, there you are.
information at all. You launch a meme coin. These guys launched for 6.9. They raised it to catch up.
I think showing
As
your
you can see
screen
here,
is
I have
slowing it down.
15,589. Well, it's not sharing the right screen. There we go. So yeah, basically, if you could go on my LinkedIn profile, just go to the webpage, find it, and you will see who we are. So that's that.
Like, what other coin can you actually investigate? Who put it out? Look into their background. Who else has credentials at all, really, to even look up? And where else can you speak to them live daily?
Yeah, and I answer to absolutely everybody, no matter where they contact me.
Right? I even talk to the scam people, and I try to tell them, hey, you should buy some of this coin because it's going to go up.
They don't want to buy the token, but they're begging me for $25 for a post on X. And
Right.
I made a funny post today because some people were asking, like, they're putting on X a post saying, I'm buying, give me the next 100X, show me your ticker. So, you know, like we do, we put our ticker, Quest, and explanation, give them the contract address. And then these people contact me in private, send me a DM. Are you looking for promotion? I'll give you a great price, like $25 for a post. Or what's your price? You tell me how much you're willing to pay. So these guys are flat broke. And I'm like, you're saying that you had money and you were going to buy something, you're buying nothing. If they would actually buy a little bit of Quest token and hang on to it, they would become multimillionaires.
Right.
But they're still chasing the $25.
See, the thing that doesn't make any sense to me, and this is the same with all of them, if you are an advertiser and you're as good as you say, and you are like, oh, I got to put this to 1 million market cap. Okay. Would you not first buy some yourself, knowing that it's going to go up because you're a great advertiser, and make a killing off of it? Instead, you want $25. That doesn't make any sense. If I was a great advertiser, I would definitely buy a bunch first, knowing that the price is going to go up.
Yeah, I have one guy, I'm not going to mention his name because he's been chasing me for months, if not over a year. And he has 73,000 followers. And he tells me my followers are real investors like they all do. And he says, if you, I'll buy for $500 worth of your Quest tokens if you pay me $75 for me to make a post on my platform, on my X account. I'm like, $75 on your X account? I pay $50 for a post on an account with 1 million followers. Why am I going to pay $75 for a guy with like 73,000? No, but it's different. My followers, I got them organically. I said, well, then, dude, make the post. And he's saying, I'm going to raise your market cap to 200,000 instead of 46K right now. I'm like, okay, do it. Do it. Do it. And I'll pay you 150. I'll pay you 200. Send it to 200,000 market cap. I'll pay you way more than that. And he's like, no, you got to pay me first, and then I'll buy for $500. And oh, you could say that. We know it's not going to happen. These guys are all starving. So do not believe anybody on Twitter. Sorry to say, they are full of shit.
Right. I've had the same conversation myself, and it's not even my coin. And he said he was going to bring it to 1 million market cap. And I'm like, you know what? If you bring it to 1 million market cap, I will give you some money. So he's like, okay. So nothing happened. He did nothing other than flash a bunch of stuff on the Telegram page, and that alone, a bunch of spam, and the price didn't go up. And then he wanted money, and I'm like, hey, like you guys are all the same. I just don't understand. I don't understand where they're coming from.
Everybody with crypto accounts, if I scroll on the private messages, it's endless.
Right.
And always the same message. I'll take just like, do you want promotion? Half payment first. Fantastic to hear from you. We've seen your work and appreciate it. Do you want a collab? Okay, what are they saying here? It's always, and now I'm scrolling because I have like 20 different accounts that I just went through. It's the same exact message as if they were an organized group and they do copy paste.
So that's one of the things that people have to realize as well, right? When they're after you about advertising, it's not so simple. You know, you could have a lot of money right now and be ready to advertise. Well, which one? Because you're there, you get 100 messages a day, and paying those people isn't going to do anything. It's a job in itself, just finding a legitimate advertiser.
Last week, you saw it. 6 calls covered us, totaling, I don't know, practically 2 million followers. And we got a lot of views. I mean, some of these posts hit like 250,000 views. Look at our market cap. It didn't go up by a single cent. So it means that, or like on X, the majority of these people are non-existent. They're bots. Old accounts that followed at one point, but that were abandoned or forgotten. Or it's all the professionals following each other. So all the jobbers and the shillers and the raiders and whatever they want to call themselves, key online, key opinion leaders and influencers, etc. But in the end, it's a microcosm of a dog chasing his own frickin' tail.
I think we need to reach people that will take 14 minutes out of their day and watch the demonstration video, and then come over to Telegram and ask questions, and then invest in something that's real. If you can't take the time to watch a short video that explains basically everything, then these fly-by investors that just throw money down and don't even look, they're missing out because they're also selling early. They need to take a look for themselves, and then they'll see why this is different than everything else. why this isn't just a meme coin. A lot of these
Is it?
people who sold are going to feel bad. They're going to look back and they're going to be
Okay, we
like,
say
wow.
that crypto is like a casino. Pump fund is like a casino. But honestly, when you're buying a meme coin that looks like frogs again and again and again, it's like the only thing is like you have to look like a frog. Are they just looking for the entertainment value? Because a serious investor, why the hell would he put even a single dollar on a frog?
Right? I don't understand it. And it's not even a good picture, you know? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I see, I go through those sometimes, and people have tens of thousands of dollars invested in these things that are just basically nothing. See, so the idea that the market cap here is so low doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because if you took $10,000 and bought coins right now, like you're guaranteed to win.
We have 48 people watching. 47 of them are on X. So many of them, obviously, some of our own community. And since we started this, an hour and 43 minutes ago, if I'm not wrong, 1 hour 41, the market cap has gone down by $10,000.
Wow. Like if anybody new is watching, seize this opportunity because it's an incredibly low price, and then just
right
sit
now,
on it.
A market cap of 5,000 or 10,000 or right now 46,000 or even 100,000 it's like a market cap of zero, since we're minimum going to $1 billion. It's
right?
Literally, it makes no difference right now. So just don't worry about, but it's down 14% today, but just forget about it. Just buy it, buy a small bag, put it aside, forget about it.
That's what I was thinking. Like even in the beginning, I could have bought at the lowest of low, but what's 10,000 market cap more than that? What's 20,000? What's 30,000? In the big picture, all these are really nothing. So buying at 100,000 is really no different than buying at 9.
And I'm pretty sure that right now you're a contractor. Imagine that you had a contract to renovate a house or whatever, and you'd come into some extra money. You wouldn't care what price it is right now. You'd just buy some more.
Yeah.
If you came across some cash.
Because it only makes sense.
Yeah.
And the difference between, 10,000 and 100,000 when you're talking billions is meaningless. I keep on saying
And it's not a question of 10 years. It's that this thing could skyrocket in no time. Because right now, you can say, but you're not doing any marketing. It's useless. Look at the market conditions. Right now, we could buy a 600x boost on Deck Screener. We could spend thousands on calls. We can be on major bots and be on their show, and they could push our ad across their bot, across all of Telegram. We got everything in the carts. We're willing to do everything. But right now, is it the appropriate time to do it? Am I going to get the maximum impact for that advertising dollar? Or is it wiser to weather the storm? It doesn't matter the market cap drops by 10K. Big deal. Because we're not leaving tomorrow. It's the mentality of like, this is a meme coin. So if the market cap is sliding, and while the lower it gets, the closer we're getting to a rug pull or the coin dying and disappearing. It's the wrong mindset when it comes to our coin, but that's our fault because we launched on Pump Fund. So people over there are conditioned to only see a chart and see it that way. And when they see it go down, they're like, okay, the coin's dying. Forget about it. They're not looking at the project. They're not looking at who's behind it.
But I have a question. If, because you guys know more about the crypto community, if there's an actual bloodbath, like you said earlier, right now the market is crashing and there's so many rug pulls, aren't the once the market's going to change, the sentiment's going to change, aren't people going to be more careful in where they invest their money and saying, maybe this time I should invest in something that's safer? Would that change, or would they keep the same mindset of the pump fund?
Now, to be honest, I've experienced that multiple times. I know what's going to happen when the fear and greed index recovers and the market bottoms out, as we call it, that the Bitcoin sell-off stops and that the meme coins start to recover. The first thing that's going to recover is obviously Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum, the top 10 in market cap, XRP, etc. The same garbage every time. And then people are going to start like bargain hunting, but they're going to go bargain hunting on meme coins, saying, "Oh, look at Pepe. It's all-time highs, like super far. Now it's super low. So great time to pick up Pepe for 1/3 of the price that it was not long ago." It's the mindset. Our project, I hate even using that word. I always say it. This is not a project. Our platform, which is 100% live, functional, super powerful, not a single feature in there that you go in and it's like under development. We didn't build something nice and pretty where you go visit it and say, okay, it's all super nice, but wherever I click, it doesn't work. No. Everywhere you click, it freaking works. Maybe we need some graphic design. We're going to work on that. But people will look at our platform and say, market cap is too low. Why? I'm not going to buy right now. I'm not sure. And when the market cap is going to be at 1 million, that they're going to be, oh my God, great time to buy. It's going up. When you could have had it now. And that, just the fact of having it at a market cap like it is now instead of 1 million, it's not 10 times your money. It's actually 30 times your money. We made the math with Steve yesterday. Because of the way that the market cap is calculated, it's not if you buy for $100 of Quest, the market cap goes up by $100. If you buy for $100 of Quest, the market cap goes up by 1,500. Because it's a complex calculation, and I posted it on the X account. You can actually see it under our last X space audio broadcast. I pasted the whole calculation done by ChatGPT that demonstrates that it takes into account the amount of money in the liquidity pool, the market cap, how many tokens in circulation, and a whole bunch of things. And then it's like really complicated math. It's not an easy thing to explain. You definitely need an AI or a very good computer to calculate this. And it determines the market cap. And so I did simulations. If you buy for $1,000, what's the market cap move by, etc. And we discovered that with $48,000 of buys, it would send the market cap to $1 million. And that's an insane amount of return for somebody that buys tokens now at 46,000 market cap.
Yeah, it's such an incredible deal right now. I don't quite understand. I don't understand why people aren't buying. Like, again, I invite people to check out the video, look into it yourself. Once you look into it, there's no going back. Like, nobody can say there's anything wrong with this, and then even compare it against other things. In the long run.
Yeah.
Right?
If you do your homework, it's a no-brainer.
It really is. Like, it's just, and it's all there. The information's all there. There's no guessing. You don't have to guess anything. Just look into it yourself and you'll see. It's so apparent. And it's just a matter of time. Like, it takes one person to make the right post, and then all of a sudden, this market cap will never be seen again. So these people I tell, and they're like, yeah, I'll check it out tomorrow. I'm like, no, like, I don't want to rush you, but you should really check it out right now, because it might not be like this ever again. And that's really the way this is going to go. It's going to go up, and it's not going to come back down. And over the long run, like when you back up on things that have been around for a very long time, like Bitcoin or any of the other ones, the graph itself, you know, it might go up 100,000, you know, 200,000, but in the long run, those spikes and dips look like a flat line.
And also, what you're not taking into account, you could have the hold our coin now and find the chart boring, and like in all the meme coin traders and the rest. You see this morning somebody bought for $100 or $250, sold like 3 minutes later at a small loss, but he held for a few minutes and sold at a loss because there's no action on this chart, is boring. But you could buy and say, oh, there's no action, and you sell. But then if somebody comes and buys one of our landmark NFTs, or a sponsor or an advertiser buys one of our Quest host location plans, the money goes straight to buy Quest. You're going to see the God candle, and you're not going to know where it came from. You're going to be like, what the fuck just happened? And that's exactly how everybody's going to get caught with their pants down. Those watching and saying, well, I'm going to wait because I think I'm going to buy in when it's going to be at 10,000 market cap. Wait.
It's impossible.
Like, you know, human nature. When it's going down, they don't want to buy because I don't know where it's going to keep on going down. Our chart is not a falling knife. We're within a tight range. And we're holding the floor because we control a large supply. But as I said, when people make a small profit, they tend to sell too early because they want to lock it in. They don't want to lose the little bit that they made. But when people start losing money on a short position and the price goes down and they're starting to lose money, well, they hold on to it for too long because they want the price to start going back up so they can recover their loss. It's a crazy psychological thing.
But people have to remember, it cannot go to zero. There's a safety net. It's impossible for it to go to nothing. So if they bought, say right now, you're pretty safe. Like there's no way it can go to zero. The best thing they can do is just buy it and just don't look at it for a while. You know, like don't check it every minute because you don't have to. It's not like the other ones where you have to literally stay up all night because at any given moment there's going to be a rug pull. It's not like that at all. Like,
but how many people do that in crypto? I mean, you could do that if you're buying Microsoft, Tesla, or Nvidia stock. But are you going to do it because you bought a crypto token?
Right? Like you got to just leave it alone. That's the best advice, is just to buy some and leave it alone. Hell, wait a week.
Yeah, and if you have doubts about it, instead of just passing and saying, okay, just forget it, ask the question. Why do you have doubts? What question would you ask if you were the shark?
Right?
And what answer are you looking for? We faced the sharks. They grilled us. We were able to answer any challenging question. We have no issues with that. We're being totally transparent. So if you have any doubts about the project, please ask the question. We will answer, and hopefully this will clear out the doubts and you'll be able to buy and fill up your own bag. But don't say, I'll just pass because I'm not sure about it. Ask the right questions, you'll get the answers, then make a decision with the facts, with the knowledge.
Right? And typically you don't get that option. There's no
pass. You don't.
You know what I mean? Like this is the one place where you can actually get your question answered and right away. Like try to message any of the other big coins, you know, try to throw out a question. You're not going to hear an answer. Like this is really, and there, how about, so even if this was a meme coin, which it's not, just the idea that you can answer questions and they will be answered is big.
Yeah. Okay, now, all right, we've been talking a lot about the coin and we sound all doom and gloom, but yeah, the market is doom and gloom right now. But can you mentioned to me a few days ago that you saw this platform doing, like going to a multi-billion-dollar market cap, and you had some very good arguments with that. Would you please share with our listeners or our viewers what's your opinion on that and why you see it going to multiple $billion?
There's a lot of reasons why. A simple one is it's Solana based, so when Solana goes back up, which it will, there's no doubt about that, you're going to double it. The more users are going to drive the price, but not just the price. It's going to be the adaptation of it. So it won't be just, X amount of locations. It's going to have more locations. Like the more users, the more adaptable it is. There will be special events. And how many special events are in the world? There's many. It can be added easily. The platform's there.
Give them
So,
concrete examples, please. Concrete examples. The Calgary Stampede, since you're in Canada.
yeah, that's kind of far.
Far from where you are, but it's a one-time event.
Right.
It's once a year.
So there's going to be events like that where many, many people are going to go there anyways. So again, you may as well have the app, earn some tokens. The biggest thing that I think is right now, because of the small amount of people into crypto, when 100% of the population, which it will be, uses cryptocurrency on a regular day-to-day basis, like bank cards or Visa cards or whatever, these numbers that we're dealing in with all cryptocurrencies will explode. But those cryptocurrencies don't have a physical connection with the world. So this one is really breaking ground. It's going to be, the way I see it, is it's literally going to be a leave your house and earn application where there's going to be businesses involved, restaurants, stores, whatever, but you're going to deal with this platform. So maybe the problem is this is so early on and so like futuristic, basically, that people don't really understand. It's not I have to fly across the world to go to a location to earn 50 tokens. No, it's going to be there's going to be locations basically everywhere, and it's going to grow with the user base. More users, more locations.
Mm-hmm.
So
go ahead, finish.
yeah, I see this being something that's preloaded on your phone, where your phone comes with it, because it just makes sense. And being the first and only, it's going to be way ahead of its time.
Yeah, Karen, please tell them about the outburst you had with the people that were criticizing us for not having a normal job. Tell them what happened with that.
First, I'll finish to answer your first question that Stephen was nice enough to answer also. What makes this company a multi-billion market cap company? Well, the easiest and simple answer is, if a meme coin can go to 1 billion market cap, obviously a token with a purpose and a utility, why cannot it be more than 1 billion market cap? That's the easy one. The other, it's a company that's in the travel and tourism industry. And we've mentioned it more than once. The travel and tourism industry is, I think, in the multi-trillion dollars industry. Just think of Airbnb and Uber and TripAdvisor. So why can't this be also a multi-billion-dollar company? Another reason is that all the actors for these platforms, think of the real estate investors, just simple investors in a token, the traveler himself using the app, the team itself, the governments for the, you mentioned it, Stephen, earlier, that could own their own landmark. Every single person you think of, no matter which angle, which utility, the local economy, the small businesses, everybody has a stake. Everybody's a winner. I've never seen something like that. Usually in different platforms, you have the ones that give, the ones that take. You have the winners. You have some of them are losing. Not in this case. In this case, every single person that uses the app, no matter the reason, is a winner. So all this makes me think that it can be a multi-billion-dollar company. So all the reasons I just gave you, plus all the reasons that Stephen just gave you, we're not inventing and we're not just hoping and having an ideal of having a multi-billion-dollar company. It's real. These are all facts we're stating. These are all patterns and things we've seen in the past. So the multi-billion-dollar company is a very easy target. It's not out of our minds. We're not just inventing those numbers.
And then, so because of tour, oh, go ahead.
And Alex was saying, yes, the little fit I had with a few people that didn't really care or understood much about crypto or blockchain. I just asked them, do you have Airbnb on your phone? Like, yeah, of course. Do you have Uber? Yes. Do you need to travel to use Uber? No, I can have it in my own city. I can just use it. Exactly. So listen to me. Remember this sentence. This is the must-have app. Every single person will have that app on their phone. You can think whatever you want now, but just remember my words. And that's what you said, Stephen. You're going to go out of your house. You're going to have it on your phone.
And she didn't say it nicely like that.
No.
She was fuming.
Well, that's because it's people that are so close-minded, have limiting beliefs about crypto and blockchain, can't even open their mind to saying it's a new technology. And maybe it has a potential. So it just pisses me off when I hear people that are so close-minded. So I told them, just remember my words. You'll have this app in not a long time on your cell phones.
Right. These are the same people who said they'd never put their credit card on the internet and buy something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And everybody does. And
Now,
not only you have your credit card, but you
Right?
you pay a cab driver that's a total stranger. You get in the car, you pay with your own credit card. You do everything that you said you wouldn't do before.
Yeah. Like for travel purposes, this is how broad this could be. So there's different providers for flights, different companies. This could be as simple as, taking this flight instead of that flight because that company bought their NFT for like Boeing or whatever. Like this, It's endless. Or say, for example, governments speaking about traffic. You got a traffic jam on this road. You kind of want people to go a different way. Well, maybe if you go that way, you earn. It's really endless.
You guys, sorry to interrupt you. You guys really want to laugh. I'm looking at the activity here on our chart. Somebody bought 24 minutes ago for $18.56. And he sold 2 minutes ago, so in the span of 22 minutes, for $18.64. In other words, he sold to make 9-cent profit.
Wow, that's huge.
He was holding 399,886 coins. Those 400,000 coins, if we reach a billion market cap, it's worth $400,000. and he just sold for 9 cents profit. What
And
the?
that's only at $1 billion market cap, which
It's
I
blowing
still
my
think
mind.
is
Blowing
low.
my mind, man.
$1 billion is
Patience.
so low,
Lack of patience,
right? Like,
sadly.
I hate to compare it against meme coins that are so high, but due to popularity, they hit high levels. This is not, it's the complete opposite. This should be worth billions. It's not even a comparable thing. It comes down to popularity, but popularity will come with time. There will be many, many users, and it'll be just like all those other companies that people swore they would never do. You know?
Well, if you would just have one shark noticing, any shark around the world, noticing, talking about us, everybody would follow.
They would have already
Because they
bought
would.
this.
But why are you waiting for the shark to tell you that it's a good deal? And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't wait after the sharks to talk about it. Be the leader.
Right? That's what I always tell people. Buy it before your friends do. But don't forget to tell your friends. You know? So
After you bought your bag.
Yeah,
buy
to
your bag
brag.
and then tell your friends.
Yeah, I bought this before you because I saw it. I saw it coming. That's what it's going to be.
It's a no-brainer.
Since I'm the developer, by the way, guys, if you're looking at this, I'm the guy who built ULYS Quest. Just on the technical side, it's on the front end, it's an Ubuntu server with Nginx, PHP, FPM 8.4. It's a slim 4.14 PHP framework. It works with API endpoint, SQL database. The front end is HTML, JavaScript, vanilla, CSS3. I am also pretty damn good with smart contracts, and I built 6 smart contracts that handle all the transactions in the back end. I spent 4,000 hours coding this thing. So I'm really interested because right now I'm looking at the transactions, I'm looking at the blockchain, and it's interesting to see the movement here, because since we started this broadcast 2 hours 7 minutes ago, this is exactly 2 hours 7 minutes ago when the selling pressure started on the coin, and 7, 8, 9. So there was for $900 worth of Quest tokens sold, and the market cap went down by a bit over, like, almost $11,000. See, that was the ratio I was mentioning earlier on. So it doesn't take much for this market cap to literally explode. What's $1,000? I mean, some people are buying some crappy shit meme coin for more than that. So I'm very, very, then I go look at who are the guys doing this. And as you spotted yourself, Steve, there's a lot of like bots behind this as well. There's a lot of automated trading. So I'm going to investigate who are the ones selling this. It's more of like understanding the mentality of the short-term trader or dumper.
So you were to get on the other side, not the pump and dump traders, but the serious investors. You were mentioning serious investors with your little trick about landmark NFTs. We made a post recently about those serious investors. The one is investing in stocks, the ones in crypto, the ones in real estate, the ones that prefer gold. So explain how ULYS Quest is the new class asset.
Oh my God. What's that curveball you're throwing at me? Okay, hold on a second. Oh, no. First of all, there's a great opportunity now to buy Quest while Solana is in the dumpster. When you're buying Solana for 125 bucks and you're swapping for Quest, you're making one hell of a deal. I'd like to remind you that not too long ago, Solana was over $200. So this is the gold standard. Forget the volatility. This is Quest, the token where compliance meets explosive potential. So our visit to earn platform is fully secured with KYC and AML, so know your client, and anti-money laundering laws standards, setting a new bar for legitimacy in the microcap space. So the foundation is built, the utility is live, and the market cap is still sitting at a massive discount, presently at 46,600. Watch the coin, check the fundamentals, and make your move. This is just a golden standard. It's the key to the next wave of compliant Web3 utilities. So you're buying the future of real-world rewards. Was that what you were referring to?
No, but this also was very interesting. It's in ULYS Quest merges the investors that are that just talk about real estate and say the real estate is just the best way of making money.
Mhm.
You can find that aspect in ULYS Quest. Others are only talking about the stocks, about the stock market or the
Yeah.
crypto. Well, you have all that aspect in ULYS Quest also. Others are just talking about gold. Just invest in gold. It's timeless. It's not like real estate. Well, this is the golden opportunity that you have right here. So this, I'm talking to the serious investors. Whether you invest in real estate, in gold, in stocks, or in crypto, ULYS Quest merges them all. All
Okay,
these
but
types of
don't.
investors can find something for them in ULYS Quest.
So the thing is that we're saying then that if we find a traditional investor who actually buys and sits on what he buys and waits to make some serious returns and not some, because this is just having fun, buying and selling to make 9 cents. You're really looking for that one time where you're going to get rugged and lose everything in one shot. So this is like a catastrophe waiting to happen, the guy trading like this. But for us to address in a marketing sense this new crowd of long-term investors in the traditional investment tools, sorry, I stream an extremely long amount of hours, so I'm pretty tired. How are we going to be able to convey the message when they see crypto as being a scam? And that's the problem also. We're being the victim of all the scams and all the crap that's going on in the crypto market because we have a legitimate project, we have a magnificent platform, everything works. And besides being the target constantly of attempted hacks, SQL injections, and me personally being targeted because I'm a founder and a developer, everybody's trying to get me to open some sort of compromised frickin' package with a payload to try and steal my private keys and take control of the supply that we have. Well, you can't. Everything's in multi-sig wallets, guys. Even if you kidnap me, not going to work because I alone cannot unlock the money. So you're going to have a hard time. That's also a problem, by the way. In Dubai, they caught a couple of crypto millionaires, the guy and his wife. They chopped them up in pieces. So the crypto guys now do not want to even mingle in like how do you say? Oh, I lost the word.
Fishy.
No, just they're concerned with their safety, so they don't even go to any events to mingle with other crowds because when they're spotted, then they're targeted.
Well, it comes out to what Steven said. Do your homework. Do your own research. Because all the information is out there. And if you don't have the information, if you have a question, feel free to ask. We'll answer.
Are we
If you
too
don't do
much
your
in
own
advance?
research,
Are we too much in advance on our time? Once again, that's been my problem forever. You've known me for long enough to know that this has always been my problem. Every time I launch something, I'm 10 years in advance on my time.
I don't think you're in advance in this case because we've been hearing about crypto for a long time. you've been hearing about scams. But it happened at the beginning of Web 2 also. When you started being able to shop online and to use your credit cards online, a lot of people were scared. So, and there were scammers at the beginning also, until you had all the protocols where you can see actually the HTTPS saying it's secured and you can actually pay online. A lot of people did pay online and it wasn't secured yet. There were scammers at the beginning. No matter the technology, there will always be scammers at the beginning until people understand how to use it, until there's regulations, until they feel safe and secure. And in your case,
It's
you
not going to
have all
happen
those.
because you have governments actually paying armies of guys to target crypto people and scam them. North Korea is specifically good at that, and Russia as well. I remember back in the 90s, I had, or even in the end of the 80s, I had some people I knew. I don't call them friends. I had some people I knew. They worked in a store or whatever, and it was back in the day where you would put the credit card in the machine and you had to go, like you used a carbon copy, 3 copies of a sheet to get a copy of the credit card with a special machine that would imprint on it, and then you would fill in the amount and the customer would sign, and then the credit card was eventually uh, charged when these sheets were sent to the bank and they would process it. There was no technology like we have today. That's how freaking old I am. Yeah, no way to hear. It's okay. And these guys working in these shops, they had the ability, because they were doing that, there was always a copy of that sheet for the store owner that he would send to his bank, which meant that you had all the information of the credit card on those papers. Credit card number, expiry date, the name of the client, and there was no CVV. There wasn't the 3 digits in the back of the card. That came only later, and that is only meant to verify the corresponds with the address. So the CVV, when you put it into a field when you make a purchase, it's going to check the postal code that you put when you filled out the form, and the CVV has to correspond to the postal code. It doesn't even check for the city, the number of the street, the number of the house. It exclusively checks the postal code. People don't know that, but all right.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
There you go. So some people used those sheets, they had all the information, and then when Web 2 came about in the beginning of the 90s and you could buy something online, they would use people's credit cards to get stuff shipped to them. So they would order literally like a television, have it shipped to like an abandoned house, and they would wait there. They would collect it, because there wasn't even the principle of saying, it has to be delivered at the same address as the card holder's address. They authorized paying with an address and shipping to another one. That changed when 3DS, or 3DS, which is the ability for the bank like to send a notification today to your phone for you to first confirm the transactions before your card is debited, which means that you authorize the transaction online. And when they did that, chargebacks literally disappeared overnight. So there was possibility for guys to get thousands of dollars of crap delivered directly to fake addresses, and they would just pick it up. And my God, the police, good luck chasing those guys down. And since there was no direct check on the credit card, because everything was processed through paper, you didn't even know what was the balance on the credit card, how much credit it had already used. So you were able to ramp it up, let's say 10, 15,000 before somebody would notice, because a merchant always had the possibility. Let's say you buy a TV and you use your card with that old system. The merchant could actually pick up the phone. He could call the number in the back of the credit card and ask if the card was valid and if there was sufficient available credit to complete the purchase. But it was the discretion of the merchant if he was going to call and ask. And usually they would call if it was for a large purchase, but not a small one. So there you go. That's just to summarize the evolution of a credit card security. Thank you for my
See,
long career in IT and cybersecurity. Yeah.
that's what I was just going to say, is just that in itself is something special. You know, how many people can say they've been literally leading cybersecurity for that amount of time? And Quest has that. Like, Quest has everything.
Quest is setting a new standard for Web3.
It
People
is.
see the scams. They don't believe in crypto. They see the rug pulls. That's all they have. But
Like,
now there's a new standard.
right?
And
It's
ULYS
fair.
Quest is setting it.
It's fair for people to think that there's a lot of scams out there, because when I tell people about this, I specifically say, I'm like, just this. Like, don't get into anything else. I'm like, I'm only vouching for this one specifically,
Thank you
because
for your trust. I
there's
really
so
appreciate
much
it.
out there, you know,
It
like, it's out of control.
it will force the future Web3 platforms or whatever form of business there'll be on Web3 to have those standards of security, transparency, because people will get tired of getting rug pulled, getting scammed.
I could
Yes,
see,
probably the market will recover and they'll go back to the meme coins. And there will be some rug pulls still. But at some point, people will get tired of it.
I could see
No.
them coming out with something that makes it maybe not illegal, which it should be, but something where it shows on your account right away that you've been rug pulling people.
Well,
Yeah.
Because
pump fund is actually illegal in a few countries, by the way,
oh yeah,
because
well,
of the way it functions.
I'm not surprised, because
Yeah, let me take a look where.
there's some really really bad stuff going on, like, and they just keep doing it, and I can't understand why. And some of them, like the one I dealt with, I saw him several times on live with different names, but the same face. It's the same guy. And this guy's rug pulling people for charities constantly. So
Well, they
yeah,
keep doing it because there's no consequences, probably.
right? But there should be consequences. And if anything, like, just your name. It should destroy your name. Without, it used to be something where your name was everything. Like, if you destroyed your credibility, then you were like a no-fly zone. But
Well, Steve, I'm not like this for nothing. The reason why I have, let's say, so much honor in a cesspool of dishonorable people in crypto is because my father is like that. For him, the name and his reputation is everything. It's a question of his generation. He was born in 1940.
mhm.
He's still alive today. And the name and the honor and the reputation is worth everything. And he has like zero tolerance for anybody that would show disrespect or accuse him of being uh, like dishonest. And oh my God, so I've got that in my genes coming from my dad. And the number of times that I've been called a scammer, it just every single time it's my trigger. It freaks me out, man.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
That's what bugs me about when I tell people about this, because, like, I don't lie to people. I tell the brutal truth to people. Even if it's going to really hurt me, I still tell the truth, because is just the way I am. So when I'm telling these people, friends and family, about this, like, I'm vouching for it. Like, I'm basically put my name on the line, like my life on the line, saying, hey, I believe in this. So for people to dismiss it, I don't quite understand that.
Now, you have some people like Mario Narwal that has, I don't know how many million followers, and he has a huge marketing team trying to push on you marketing his marketing plan because he's a crypto guru. The guy's
Mhm.
being investigated by the SEC for a $24,000 fraud and a multi-million-dollar one as well. You take a guy like Ash Crypto, 10 million followers on X. He's got the biggest crypto account on X. He rug pulled his community for 10 million. They're still following him. So, and I'm a freaking straight shooter. I offer them the gold standard in everything. And I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take. We need some help here. If anybody here is listening and has some input, God, maybe we're old and we're experienced, but we listen. I mean, some people made some suggestions in our Telegram group, and I did it right away. I'm not a narcissist. I don't have an ego issue. I do trust my experience and my knowledge, but I'm willing to try other things because I know that, for example, the way that I deliver a message does not correspond to the Gen Z or the Gen A. I'm 55. I speak a different language. I was raised differently. So maybe I don't know how to convey the message properly to the generation that should be investing in this platform.
Yeah, I find I have the same problem. Like, is it going to take poor grammar and just yelling, let's pump this? Is that what it's going to take?
Nah, bro, it's let's
Right?
fucking go.
Yeah, I know. Well, like, it kills me. I've literally had to look up words on Google because I had no idea what people were even saying.
Yeah, that hurts my ears as a language teacher.
Right? I'm
Sorry,
just
my
looking
dear.
at it. So
But the people that waste their time posting stuff like that, they don't realize that all their comments are going straight to spam.
yeah, that was the other
You're
problem.
taking the time to write a post, even if it's 3 letters, LFG with a rocket ship, and it's going straight to spam. Nobody is seeing it on X. They're filtering this like crazy.
And they should, because spam is pretty annoying. I keep saying, just put a heartfelt comment out there. Like, tell people like you're trying to actually help them. You know, like, there's people out there that are in the same position I am, the same position you are, thinking, I could really use something. You know, I don't know where it is, but I could really use something like this. Well,
I wanted to use another approach. At one point, I said, I'm going to go downtown. I'm going to set up a table because over here it's summer all year long. And, we're going to have a nice poster and people are going to walk up to the table and I'm going to tell them the founder, ULYS Quest, please open your phone, install our app and start collecting Quest tokens and explain it. I can't do it. It's illegal because it's a financial product. So I don't even know how to use like a more traditional approach, face to face. And in Valletta here, in the capital city, it's an old touristic town. There's millions of tourists, 4.2 million tourists this year. Great potential to communicate with these people. You're traveling here, install the app and collect coins. You don't have to pay anything. Great opportunity. Not allowed to do it. Now,
But it's hard to use traditional marketing ways for something that doesn't fit in any box. It's so innovative, so different from everything that we know. It's unique. How do you market something like that?
Okay. So then other question. I have 15,500 followers on LinkedIn. They've respected me for my professional videos and everything that I did talking about cybersecurity and IT in general and all sorts of things. First of all, on LinkedIn, you can't post about, I can't mention Quest token. I could talk about the platform, the technology, all sorts of things. I could not mention the financial mechanics that drive this Web3 machine because it violates terms of service of LinkedIn. So we got a toss issue there. So I don't know even like
limitations on Facebook too.
I don't have any other like mediums to reach a different kind of crowd. I don't know what to do here.
and then that's another thing that's being done is everything is completely legal. This is one of the few things that's following rules. So that's another huge selling point. Like,
Yeah,
you're not.
but the rules on LinkedIn don't allow you to talk about a Web3 platform that follows all the rules.
Even if you are compliant with MiCA in Europe, you're compliant with AML and KYC like we do, not allowed to talk about it. It's as if a bank cannot make a post on LinkedIn, even if it's like their Bank of America or their Bank of Valletta or Hong Kong Bank, you know, HSBC or what. They are not allowed to make a post saying, look at our like long-term or retirement fund, make a placement, no financial products whatsoever.
There's so many other platforms, though. I'm not sure which one is the best.
Reddit, zero tolerance for crypto. You mention anything crypto, they ban you. I don't know how many accounts I got burned on Reddit.
But it's ridiculous because in one way, Stephen, you said it many times, whether you like it or not, Web3 is going to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that all this is the fault of the scammers.
Yes,
the
it is.
Scammers has messed it up for all the good people.
Sadly.
It's like a momentary problem. There's going to be mass adoption no matter what. Like that, in my mind, that's a for sure thing. The United States has already said they're going to be the leaders in the world of cryptocurrency. So people should know by now that this is what's happening, whether they like it or not, just like a whole bunch of other things that have happened, whether they like it or not. You know?
Yeah, so that means that people, they're going to have at one point to say, okay, crypto, it's unavoidable. There's a lot of scam into it, and we won't get around it. So let's take our time to investigate projects correctly and to invest in the right ones. Now, there's a lot of crypto projects, Web3 platforms, where you have companies even like Microsoft who hold their coin and their token and that invest millions in them. It was the case with the metaverse. How many millions were injected in Mana or in, what's the name of the other one? Karen, the one that we saw in Vegas where they had the actual at the Venetian, and Zachary actually went to play in it with the headsets and everything. I forgot the name. Anyways, metaverse.
Virtual, yeah.
These guys have crypto tokens. You have some legitimate, real, like venture capital firms and all who injected millions in those companies.
It's considered a tier 1 asset. You can loan, like you can leverage cryptocurrency now. You can borrow money holding cryptocurrency. Like, things are changing so fast. And if people can't see what's going on, I don't understand, because there are laws being passed where cryptocurrency is basically the same as gold or silver. It is now considered an asset. So
Argentina with Bukele,
right,
who started buying Bitcoin as a national reserve before anybody did it.
And they're going to be glad they did, because...
Well, he did. He was able to finance his huge operation where he cleaned up the streets of every single gang member and create the Sikot prison where he locked them up for good. And now it's the safest country of the world, practically. He financed it with crypto.
Really?
I don't come from the crypto community, but the thing that made me believe that everybody's going to be using crypto at some point is when I found out a few years ago, Alex, you showed me credit cards linked to crypto accounts, and you can go in retail stores, restaurants, and use that credit card. So they're against crypto. They don't want to take crypto payments, but they are actually already doing it. Because the credit card is linked to a crypto account.
And it's not only through the centralized exchanges, because Bybit has a credit card, KuCoin has a debit card, but now even MetaMask, and even for Solana, Solflare just launched a debit card program. I actually signed up to it yesterday. I passed the KYC. I'm on the waiting list. As soon as it's out, I will have one. So you don't even need to off-ramp through a centralized exchange anymore to be able to have access to a debit card. You're absolutely right.
So this made the difference for me. If I can use a credit card linked to my wallet, my crypto wallet, and I can pay everywhere with it. So it's kind of a hypocrisy having these stores and these business owners, or I don't touch crypto, I don't take crypto, but you're taking my credit card. The money's coming from crypto.
Yeah. And in our case with Quest, you visit a location, you confirm your presence, you get rewarded in Quest tokens. We don't even care about being on a centralized exchange, because now people through the DEX, they can convert it and they can off-ramp it to any other type of cryptocurrency that they want. They could swap it with Bitcoin if they feel like it, swap it with Ethereum, swap it with Solana, better idea. And then you Solflare and you've got your credit card. You're going to be able to tap and pay with Quest directly. The hell with the banks.
So people are saying a lot of things about crypto, but it's actually already there with all the credit cards. If the big banks and the big credit card companies are seeing the potential, I don't see why it wouldn't be accepted by everyday people.
Yeah, but I want to educate people about how to use our platform and optimize their Quest to go around town and use our AI agent to have an AI tour guide, etc. I don't want to go educate people about crypto itself.
I understand, but this is the biggest barrier. I understand, but this is the biggest barrier now. The word crypto scares people away. It's not the idea of being rewarded for visiting a landmark that bothers them. It's being rewarded in crypto. That's where the barrier is. So unfortunately, you have to educate a little bit about crypto. Some people I talk to that are not in the crypto community, and you tell them, but you can pay by credit card and it's linked to your wallet. They're like, what do you mean a credit card? I'm like a normal credit card, nothing different than the one you're using. And they're like, really? So they don't even know that this is possible.
Like I could say, so I was in the gold and silver bullion. I was that kind of guy. So I was completely against cryptocurrency. That's all I looked into was bullion prices, like the whole thing. And I wanted something that was in my hands and it was worth money. And I looked into it and I looked into it. And then that's when I realized that the United States, which is basically the world's money and still probably will be for this reason, is because they will not gold back their currency ever again. What they're going to use is cryptocurrency. And the reason why is because if they were to, let's say, gold back their currency, which will be, it's hard to explain. If they were to do that, they would make China and Russia the richest countries in the world instantly.
But they can't do it. They don't have any money to buy back the gold to fill up for
That's exactly the problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So they will never win that race. I heard a few people saying, oh, we're going to win the gold race. No, China's already, they've been doing this for 12 years. They are so far ahead, they can't win.
But so listen to this
one
with
other
crypto.
Option, and that option is cryptocurrency.
Yeah, well, the craziness with crypto, what I don't get, like Trump and the United States are saying clearly, we're going to become the crypto leaders worldwide.
Yeah.
And of course, you have United Arab Emirates with Dubai and other Arab countries who even started tokenizing real estate with hundreds of million dollar buildings that they're fractionalizing by selling it in crypto. That's another subject. But the rest of the world, like Europe, they're debating about rules and regulations instead of starting on their own. Now, the United States is going to have such a huge head start that they're going to amass a massive quantity of Bitcoin and crypto in general, because they're also amassing some Ethereum, etc. And then the rest of the world are going to say, well, if the Americans are doing it, then we have to do it as well. And then they're going to start buying. But then the Americans are going to dump their tokens and pull out the liquidity from these blockchains once it reaches, I don't know, $1, $2, $3 million per Bitcoin, and they're going to erase their national debt, and it will have been paid by every other country who bought after them. So,
but here's the thing too, is they don't necessarily, because of the new rules, have to sell their crypto. They can leverage it. They can borrow against it. You know what I mean? They can still keep it and get the money out of it. It's tricky, but
I don't know. What do you mean they could use it and leverage it? When you see Bitcoin going from 69,000 back down to 15,000, going right up to 124,000 not too a few weeks ago, and now back down to it touched 80,000, practically 80,000 bucks, and some people fear that 80 is going to crack and it's going to go in the mid 70s. What's the ratio then to borrow?
right.
When you have a house and the valuation is, let's say, $1 million, and you say to the bank, I need 100,000, the bank will give you 100,000, not just based on the valuation of your house. You also have to prove to them that you have a job and you have a salary. Because if you don't have income, they will not lend you solely based on the value of your property. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
No? Okay. So therefore, when you have some Bitcoin, what's the ratio? 10 to 1? I mean, when you see what happened on October 10th, that people that had a 2x leverage, some guys had over $1 million position open on meme coins, and they put like $1 million on it, but they only had used 2x just to trade 2 million instead of 1 million, and say at 2x, not taking any risk. October 10th, they were all wiped out. 100% of people that had a leverage position were wiped out. So what's the ratio, Steve?
So here's the thing. So in Fort Knox, the gold, it's still valued at $35 an ounce. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, because the current price of gold is the price based on these fake contracts that they're selling that are leveraged.
It's based on the price when the United States took everybody's gold, so they weren't allowed to own gold themselves, and they took it all and they set a price, and it stayed at that price for whatever reason.
And by the way, you know that in the Constitution, if the government wants, they could come back and take everybody's gold. Huh?
And your bank account
as
in
well.
Canada. If the government is going to go bankrupt, they can help themselves. And it happened just recently in one European country. I can't remember which one.
Man, it happened in Lebanon.
Right? So you are allowed to, they set a price. As in, you could have had millions of dollars in the bank and you were allowed to take out like $200 a day maximum.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why.
And not in US dollars, in their own currency, which is what's losing value at a tremendously, horribly fast speed. Yeah.
So just another reason why cryptocurrency will be the way of the future. Like there's just so many reasons. And then this being ahead of its time, we can be like, oh, the market cap's low and things aren't. No, like this is literally primed and ready. It's the best place for a business to be, is before everybody needs it. You know, we can look at it and be like, oh, that's too low. well, you know what? One, that's a good sale, so you should buy it. But when it's already existing, when so many others have failed, when the market changes, it's going to be right there, ready.
Uh, I don't know. Like as I said, if people come back into crypto right now,
Mm.
if the fear and greed index improves, they're going to jump back into Bitcoin first. They're going to accumulate. They're going to go bargain hunting. So they're going to start picking up some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, whatever. What happens to Quest? What does it take for people to see us?
Yeah, that's
We have 412 token holders with a market cap of 46,000. They are die-hard believers like you who invested because you truly understand the potential of this platform, the management team, and when we're headed. What does it take?
it just takes one set of eyes or one person saying the right thing to a group, and then it's off.
I'm saying one influencer to make a post. We hired 6 calls. Market cap barely budged. We paid some boost on DEX, barely budged, but the situation is not brilliant right now anywhere.
Yeah,
Um, It's not like we're not ready to spend money on marketing. I repeat it again to everybody. We're ready to throw some serious money at this, like some serious money. But we need to get some bang for our buck.
yeah,
Not just for us, for you guys. I mean, you invested, you're the early holders. We want you to keep on holding, and we're working hard to give you some return on your investment. We appreciate that you've decided to put your hard-earned cash into Quest and not somewhere else. But on the other hand, Steve, you've been working really hard to try and set up the raids and shilling, etc., on X. I think that you could address our community and tell them to please help out with this.
yeah, and it's funny because like there's people who have larger percentages than me, quite a few actually, and it's something as simple as just helping out. Like if there's a raid being done, and again, a raid sounds bad, it's not bad, it's just basically commenting on a post, liking, sharing, so it's not a bad thing. But if everybody helped out, it would go a lot further. Some people, I guess, they just wanted to buy and it just does its own thing. Well, that's not the way it goes. Like if you want to actually make money off your money, maybe just pitch in a little bit of effort, and who knows, maybe they'll tell the right person that tells the right person, and then bam.
Yeah, I mean, the meme coins that went to $1 billion market cap, they didn't throw hundreds of thousands or millions into marketing to reach that. They built a community, and the community paid for boosts. The community participated actively into raiding, shilling, and talking about it. Without a community, you don't have a coin. That applies in the meme sector. In our case, even if we don't have a community, but we do have one, we have a very nice one. It's growing extremely fast and of really hardcore believers, because compared to meme coins, they know that this is going to go to $5 billion. We still have the platform, and it's still going to be like the future of Web3. We have it there, and it's working. So you have a fallback plan, even if you say, well, community is not really strong or active right now. Don't look at it like that. Look at it as the future Microsoft, the future Amazon, the future Tesla. It's us right here, right now. And you could get in. Imagine if you would have been able to buy Tesla at $2. Well, now you could buy Quest at a market. Exactly. And now you could buy a percentage of the total supply of Quest. Imagine back in the day, if you had the opportunity to buy just 0.1% of Tesla, you would be a billionaire today.
Yeah.
That's what we're offering.
And none of those businesses skyrocketed overnight. Let's point that out. You know, like IBM, Apple, none of them instantaneously went up in price. Like,
Well,
yes,
it's a
there's been up,
mindset.
right? That's why this is going to do well, is because it has physically backed things. It is an actual thing. You know, there's a real business behind it. There's a real app like that people are going to use. It's not just some frivolous thing. No, it's very handy. So there's so many good things about this compared to absolutely everything else that it cannot fail, and it's just a matter of time. That's what it is.
The crypto guys, they are burning a considerable amount of money on Pump Fund. 99.8% of the tokens on Pump Fund end up at zero. Most of them within minutes or hours. There's a strategy for rapid trading. They use bots, they use multiple accounts. And when it hits just before it hits the bonding curve, they know that there's going to be a massive sell-off because now everybody's expecting the rug pull before the migration to Pump Swap, which used to be Radium, but they changed. Now they have their own internal DEX. So people are chasing the rug. So there's like, I'll buy, and I'm keeping an eye on it. Within any minute when it's going to hit close to $68,000, $69,000, I have to sell and get my money out to make a few dollars. Like the level of stress that they're putting on themselves. You could do this once and make a profit. You could do it 2 times. You're lucky, make a profit. 3 times, my God, that's like winning at the lottery. But
right.
You just need to get rugged once, and your whole cap is gone.
Yep.
You're done. You're wiped out. And then what? You're waiting for your next paycheck to start over. Just freaking cut it out. Just cut
I'm
it
not
out.
sure why people do it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like just the
Stephen,
idea.
you were saying that it doesn't happen overnight when we're talking about Amazon and Microsoft. It can, but
It can
there's
with
also one thing that you have to remember. From Web 1 to Web 2 to now Web 3, the curve for mass adoption it's going much faster.
Yeah, it's hyper accelerated.
So yes, it will take. It took time for the Web 2 giants to hit mass adoption and make their billions. But when we're talking about Web 3, this will go faster. And in this case, everything is already set up. There's nothing to develop. Alex developed the platform already. It's live. You can go tomorrow morning, use your cell phone, and already claim your tokens. So everything is there. Everything is primed. And it's just we're waiting for the right eyes, the right person, one shark, someone who has eyes and mentions it to the world or his followers. And that's it. It can be overnight.
She said shark. She said shark. That was funny. She said shark. For those listening, is because Karen and we were on the Shark Tank together.
But I do it on purpose. I said we need sharks.
Yeah, but the crypto guys watching, they know that it's called a whale.
Oh,
like
sorry.
Me, I'm fat. I'm a whale. So they're like, you're looking for a whale, not a shark.
No problem. Sorry about that. But it was a reference to the Shark Tank mostly.
Yeah.
Somebody that is solid, that has all the money. But I understand you're talking about the whales in this case.
Yeah, unlike those other businesses such as IBM and Apple, this has the potential to go up very quickly.
Yeah, and look at the transition. This is great that you're speaking of that, actually, because IBM, Intelligent Business Machine, their core business back then was to actually sell computers. They were selling PCs, and it was the black screen, and it was, DOS, and even before that, another language, forgot the name. When they saw that they were losing like the grip on that market and other makers were coming about, Hewlett Packard and HP started becoming big, they decided to transition and go to BI. Then they became the benchmark, like the best company for business intelligence, which included CRM, customer relationship management, ERP, and BI, business intelligence. So they became extraordinary at that, and they made a much, much bigger amount of money than sticking to making computers. You take another case, Ericsson. Ericsson used to sell mobile phones. And the first mobile phone I ever had, like in the beginning of the 90s, was an Ericsson, and it was an incredibly great quality mobile phone. It was not like those big phone booths. It was when they were starting to be smaller, and they were really, really robust. Ericsson was purchased by Sony. It became Sony Ericsson. Then they stopped making mobile phones when like Samsung and Apple came along and started making phones. So they were not going to win that battle. What did they do? They turned to infrastructure. And Ericsson started building the cell towers across all the Middle East. So every single cell tower, for example, in Egypt, it's Ericsson that set it up. Intelligent reconversion. So now I'm saying this because you have a lot of companies right now that should use their intelligence as they did from Web 1 to Web 2, or to traditional business to Web 1, then going from Web 1 to adding online shopping, which was a huge step for traditional business. And now the Web 2, which is already all online, needs to transition to Web 3, but it looks like it is an even bigger challenge than trying to convince in the 80s your mom and pop corner shop to have a website.
Right? It's a little ahead of its time, but again, like it's growing that crop that everybody wants before anybody else does. You know, you jump on the green candle while it's going up. Yeah, that's great and everything, but being there before it even started, that's when you really do it.
Steve, we've been talking for like, I don't know, 2 weeks practically now, every day on these live shows. You and I have been sharing a tremendous amount of like our experience. Karen did a live with me here from the office. By the way, guys, this is not a virtual set, physical location. These are our offices, but it's 11 p.m. at night, so the guys are not at work, they're back home. So in case you were wondering, these are our offices. And this is a legitimate business, and this is not a virtual set in the background. It's not.
Yeah, that's why I'm not at the office right now. It's too late.
Exactly.
I have my son to take care of.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? I lost where we were. What were we talking about? Sorry, lost it.
Oh,
we have been streaming for 2 hours and 58 minutes. Yeah, we're three of us. Yes, I was going to say, Stephen, you and I have been speaking for the last 2 weeks, and we've been sharing a lot of things with the public. We give out a ton of information based on our experience, background. I've been working 30 years in IT. For those who don't know, I started as a network administrator, then system administrator, then I became senior, then I became a DevOps, then I became a cloud engineer, then I became the director of technical support and quality assurance for like a huge company with over 10,000 employees and billions of dollars in market cap.
You started earlier than that, not by a network administrator. You hosted websites at the beginning.
I hosted websites when people didn't even know what Linux was. They were like, huh, what's that? And I was using Sun Solaris from Sun Microsystems on Spark 2, Spark 5,
very
Ultra 2,
early.
Ultra 5, and Sun Solaris operating system, which is
the polar opposite, complete opposite.
Okay, so I have considerable experience in IT, and I'm sharing with people 15 years collaborating with law enforcement, 7 years myself in law enforcement and cybercrime. As I said, I was one of the founding members of the C3 Cybercrime Center in Washington, right here. I live in Malta now, in the Mediterranean, small island right under Italy. So we're sharing this tremendous amount of experience. And we have 59 viewers. They've been here. They haven't let go of us.
Really?
That's cool. I think they find value in what they're hearing. But If I step into a live broadcast right now where they're talking about some meme coin saying, oh, well, it's us, it's the community, we're going to take it to the moon, they're going to have 250 people on the stream, and their market cap is going to be pumping while they're talking, while mine just went down from $10,000 and sitting at 46K.
With the great grammar.
The world, what the hell's wrong, mate? Is the world upside down? Am I too old? Am I in the wrong? Like, maybe I should just take care of building, because I think that I built a super product, and I should hire 20-year-old kids to say, let's fucking go. I don't know.
I still think there's a lot of people like us, though, that see this. I think there's a lot.
They stay away from it. We're the old guys. As I say, I'm the old guy of crypto, and people think that I'm mad.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm the polar opposite. I didn't use computers at all for work. I built houses for 25, 26 years, something like that. Complete opposite. And yet here I am. You know what I mean?
Rock me like a hurricane, yeah.
So
Hey.
if I'm doing it, then I know there's other people that'll appreciate it, and they don't necessarily have to be part of the crypto community, because there's actually more people who aren't right now than there are.
Yeah, okay. So
yes, and same thing for me. I don't come from the crypto community at all. I was a teacher. I was in my classrooms. And I see value in it. I see
you
potential.
Didn't believe in this project.
And I didn't believe at all in the beginning. But I did what I'm asking others to do. When in doubt, ask questions. And I asked questions to Alex, and we had a lot of conversations trying to understand the potential. And once I realized it,
Right?
Once you see something, you can't unsee it. It's just simple as that.
You're trying to play devil's advocate, and now you can't even do it.
Exactly.
And I'm always devil's advocate, and I can't even think of a thing.
I still have it, and I'm still waiting for the hard questions.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still wondering myself, and I still haven't come up with anything.
So if you converted me to crypto, same thing as Steven. I'm sure there's a lot of people like me. They just need to be taught and educated and reassured that this is just setting a new standard in the Web3 community.
Okay, let me put it this way. Our community does not need 1 million pump and dumpers to be like a meme coin with rapid trading and high volume, people buying and selling crazy candles up and down. I prefer price stability. It reassures long-term investors, and we don't need much. We explained that with $48,000, this goes to a market cap of 1 million, while it's sitting at 46,000. And then, trust me, everybody else will jump on board, from snipers to, short-term investors, and then they'll all be welcome. So it doesn't take much. One person buys an $18,000 NFT and it's goodbye, Charlie. All the early stage buyers will hang on to this and never let go.
It's a snowball effect. You just got to get it rolling.
Yeah. So I invite absolutely everybody watching here, if you haven't done so already, please go on the website, ULYS.SIT. So that's Uniform Lima Yankee Sierra Sierra India Tango Echo. Yeah, I'm a captain also, so I do know these things. It's crazy the amount of shit I did in my life. I'm also a master scuba diver trainer in PADI, so I'm a scuba instructor. I'm an emergency first response instructor. I do have my firearms license, and I'm a damn good shot. Yeah, a lot of things.
There's so many things.
Yeah, too many things. Doesn't make sense. You see, we do these broadcasts every day, and people are always like, "Oh, we're going to do we're going to offer rewards." And I say ULYS Quest daily updates and AMA. I don't put there's going to be a giveaway and all that, and all to attract all the airdrop seekers. And because I don't need to do that. If you guys watching right now, you just go to the website, you download the app, you step outside, you confirm your location to one of the landmarks just around you, because we're in 197 countries, you immediately earn Quest tokens for free. So I don't need to airdrop anything. You just step outside and go collect them.
And if people could make their own YouTube videos using the app, going to locations all around the world, I think that would be really interesting to watch. And I think it would really help this whole platform.
And it would help themselves, because if
Right.
they do that, they're going out, they're earning tokens, then they're promoting it. Other people are getting on the platform. It puts more eyes on it. It brings in more investors. The value of the token goes up. They went like crazy because we didn't do a massive airdrop. We didn't distribute tokens to key opinion leaders and other influencers so they would shill our coin and talk about it. So that's why even when we launched, it was a fair launch, and there was absolutely nobody to dump a huge amount of tokens at launch, and where you see this huge red sliding chart that lasts like this for months on end, and that never stops, like hamster combat. It's a never-ending sliding chart of going down forever. So that is not that cannot happen here.
Right.
So
the only thing that they can see if they look back is that big dip. And that was because of that 17% guy who's gone.
That's it. Because it was a fair launch, somebody came and picked up 17%, 170 million coins right off the bat. And obviously, after a couple of weeks, he dumped the whole thing in one shot, where when we reached about 80,000 market cap, well, guess what? We stepped in. We bought 170 million coins back. And we sent the market cap in less than 30 minutes exactly back to where it was. That's what we did for our community. We got your back. We're holding you up. It's out of the question with my moral standards, and even with Karen, my co-founder here, it is out of the question for us to rug anybody. You earn your money, you do it hard. The people who invested in us, believe in our reputation, believe in this company and this project. They invested. Well, whatever it takes, we're going to protect you. Whatever it takes. And we did it.
And this
right now, yeah.
It's a legacy project. This is going to be around for years to come, and it's only going to get better.
Now, that's another point, Stephen, that I wanted to discuss. I'd forgotten, but I took it up. We've been live for almost 3 hours, which is nothing compared to the usual 12 hours that we could go on, but we're going to end soon. But one last point here maybe to discuss. I approached 90 venture capital firms and angel investors through my LinkedIn network, where I have 15,500 followers from an account that I opened back in 2007. Why? Because it's crypto. Not a single one of them has answered positively by saying I would invest in it. Well, guess what? Now we own 100% of the company, meaning my co-founder and I. We don't owe shit to nobody. We don't have a single cent in debt. The investors that bought the token, we got their back and we're covering them. I don't know what more I can add to that. Now, these guys in the venture capital firms who didn't even want to give me the light of day, I'm nasty like that. I cannot wait to be at 1 billion market cap and 2 billion market cap, and then I will send them a nice screenshot saying, remember me? I'm going to put it in their face just for the pleasure of it. And I'm also going to take all the emails from the hundreds, if not thousands of people that refuse to give me a fucking job. Excuse my French. I applied to so many companies. They won't give me a job. I'm too old. I'm overqualified. I'm too expensive. I was ready to cut my rates, whatever. Nah, we're not interested. Well, there you go. I built this.
Right? Blessing in disguise.
I'm going to frame those letters, man. I got them all in my emails. I'm going to frame them. I'm going to make the wall of shame for these guys saying, there, the guy that created a multi-billion-dollar company, you didn't even want to give him a freaking simple job, and I could have taken you there.
And
It's
as
going
a
to be my
teacher,
pleasure.
I will take that to give all the young ones a life lesson. No matter how many rejections you get, use them to build something better.
Hey,
Don't let the rejection make you say no to all your dreams or think that it's the end of it.
right.
So Alex is an example of that, a living example of building something bigger and better from all the rejection that he got in the last year, at least. Take that as a
Much
life
more than
lesson.
that.
And
Don't
not
let
give
it,
up.
never give up, because you never know when it's going to happen, when you'll be able. So just keep on moving. Perseverance, patience, determination. It will take you far.
Remember, Walt Disney. Nobody wanted to hire him, and somebody even dared to tell him, "You'll never find a job. You have no imagination."
Well,
Walt
they said the
Disney.
same. They said the same thing to Oprah Winfrey. You're not fit for television. Today she owns her own network, her own
Yeah.
television network, and even more. But it's just to tell you, some people can't see. They just don't see the talent. They don't
They
see
can't
the
see the
skills.
freaking value when it's in your face, like right now. People not investing in this thing here now, sitting at a market cap of 46K, and they're out there buying meme coins instead on Pump Fund. Guys, this is you saying back in the day when Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix for $5 million. And they said, no, streaming over the internet is never going to work. Blockbuster went bust. Netflix is worth what, 50 billion now?
Same thing
We
with
have-
Kodak and the digital cameras. They didn't
Exactly.
believe in it. Today you have the camera on your phone. Who would have thought of that? But Kodak didn't want to innovate, or at least have it evolve. Yeah. There's so many stories. And right now, the early adopters versus the ones that dumped early and to make a tiny profit, there will be hundreds of stories to tell once we hit the multi-billion market cap.
So you guys,
the good stories,
today, yeah. You guys watching today, remember, when I'm going to be on Forbes and I'm going to be among the 50 over 50 or some shit like that, you're going to say, I watched that guy on YouTube or on Twitch or on X or whatever you're watching us from, because we're streaming on 7 different platforms. I watched that guy, and he was adamant that he was going to bring his company to be having a multi-billion-dollar market cap. Well, remember this moment. Remember.
It brings me to one
recognize the space.
Small anecdote, Alex, that you know. As a teacher, I was teaching in equivalent of grade 10 in high school, and I had a student that year. And what I do at the beginning of each year when I'm
oh my God, what a story. I know where you're going.
I know you know. When I start teaching language the beginning of the year, I ask all the students to write about themselves, so I can at least know like that, what are their interests, and also what's the level of their writing, and then adjust my curriculum to that for the rest of the year. And that year in grade 10, I had a student that wrote on a piece of paper, I'm going to be part of the NHL, the National Hockey League in North America, that you all know about probably. And he wrote down, please keep this paper. It will be worth a lot of money. That was the first time I had something like this. And I'm like, that's kind of like full of ego, or I don't know how to interpret. The kid was maybe 15 years old, 16 years old at the time. And he wrote this. I decided over the years, I don't know, over a couple of decades at least, every time I was moving around, I said, I can't throw this paper. I threw a lot of papers from all my students. I can't keep that many things over the years of teaching.
And I know that you didn't even have it in storage. You kept it with you at all times.
completely. And it was a piece of paper folded, getting old, but you could still read what was written on it. Decades later, I was working in the newsroom in a broadcaster, a French broadcaster in Montreal, and I find out that this kid is actually playing in the NHL. And I said, that's crazy. I went back to this paper, talked to took to 3 broadcasters about it that were covering sports and the national hockey team. And I said, look what I have. Can I meet this kid? I need to tell him that I kept it because I believed. Something made me say, I'm going to keep the paper because I believe in him. And I was lucky enough, Alex, you were with me that day, that broadcaster managed to set up a meeting between me and the hockey player just before his practice. And it was a surreal moment.
We were back in Montreal. It was at the Bell Center, and his team was playing the Montreal Canadiens. And at the practice, the warm-up before the game, the television crew was actually there to film the reunification moment between the teacher and that hockey player. I'll let you continue the story and reveal who that hockey player was.
So he was very surprised that I was showing him his own handwriting and his own paper from decades before. He signed it again, but as a real hockey player. I was happy for him. And right now, what Alex is telling you that he's going to hit the multi-billion market cap, for me, it's a moment like that. So whoever is an early adopter, true believer, you will have bragging rights saying, I knew Alex when he was starting to do his live streams. And the ones that dump will have nice stories to tell.
And that hockey player, in case you want to know,
Mike Ribeiro. For who knows, he played for the Dallas Stars.
Stars. He played for the Montreal Canadiens. He played for the Phoenix Coyotes. He played for the Washington Capitals, and he played for the Nashville Predators. And he had some pretty amazing stats at some point. So Mike Ribeiro, that's the story.
Was my student, but at the time, I didn't know he was going to become a star. He was just a 16-year-old student, not very focused in class because his mind was just on hockey, and he was part of the school hockey team at the time.
And by the way,
but he had the guts to write down. Sorry?
Yeah, the letter, when he wrote this paper for his schoolwork, he actually signed it. He put his signature voluntarily.
And he said, keep it, it's going to be worth dollars. Yeah. And he put a few dollar signs.
When we went to meet him again, when Karen made him again, he countersigned it again with his signature. Now as a hockey player, where is that paper? You still have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
I won't say.
Yeah. It's back in Montreal.
Yeah.
Okay. Far away. All right, but it was still a cool story. We know Mike Ribeiro.
So Alex is telling you something. And for me, it's in that range. It will happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when there'll be the big breakthrough, but it's not going to take years. There's the ones that are on pump fund that want to pump and dump. They need a little more patience than what they have now. And the long-term investors that invest in stocks or in gold, they need to have less patience because it won't take as long. It won't take 30 years to make their money. Exactly. So we're somewhere in between. Yes, we're in between. So we just need a little bit more patience on one side and a little less on the other one, and everybody will be happy.
Very good.
The teacher trying to connect everybody.
Very good point. It's now. Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
You'll notice, well, I know you know this, but notice in life that people try to pick your dreams apart, and they're just trying to take you down to their level. You know, people don't like to see people doing better than them or thinking differently. They'll always try to give you a reason why you won't be able to do it. But it takes the people who don't follow the pack and just do what they believe is right to really get places, you know?
Yeah, but man,
The only people that will bring you down are the people that are lower than you. The ones that actually persevered and had patience and achieved their goals will pull you up because they know how hard it is. They know what the struggles. They understand. So it's only the people that are lower than you that will pull you down.
It all seems crazy now, right? But just wait.
I find it exciting.
Uh,
We're at the edge of something
yeah, but
amazing
Karen,
and
you know,
life-changing and disruptive.
you know that I've been working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for the past 2 years.
Not
I
half. You still
can't.
are.
It's still, yeah. Like it's 11:22 p.m. I'm here at the office broadcasting. Uh,
it'll be
yeah,
worth it. You'll see. And then the only difference
Yeah.
between crazy and eccentric is money.
yeah,
Right?
and I'm neither of that. I'm such a like traditional low-key guy. It's unlike me. I enjoy doing these, not because I'm looking for recognition or fame or whatever. Um, I'm confident of my knowledge and what I've done, etc. I'm often invited to speak publicly at conferences and events because of my vast experience in IT and the rest. But I actually do this now because I actually want to give my knowledge. And that's what we're doing. When we're having this conversation and we're explaining so many things about our background, we're trying somewhere to convey a life lesson to this younger crowd that are listening. I mean, my own kids never listen to me. They don't. You know how it is. Your kids never listen to you. But man, maybe other kids listen to. It doesn't matter. Um, I'm happy to share my knowledge with anybody that wants to listen and learn something. But this is like religion. I mentioned this, Steve, already. Uh, you have 95% of the people on earth, or 92, that believe in God. I personally, I'm an atheist. I think we're all brothers and sisters. I'm a humanist. Big fan of Christopher Hitchens, Sam Harris, Daniel Dennett. I have a PhD in theology, by the way. I have that too. But 92% of people on earth believe in God. You take just the Christians, over a billion or 2 billion practically, the Muslims 1.8 billion, Hindus, and et cetera, et cetera. Not everybody can be right. So if somebody is right, all the others are wrong. So there is at least 70% of the world population that are wrong and they don't even realize it. Does my point make sense?
You know, what's really funny is they probably all believe in the same thing. They're just fighting about names. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, my goal here is not to speak about religion. I always said it at ULYS Quest. Our platform is for everybody. We don't care about politics and religion, or all inclusive. We don't judge people. I don't care what you are, what you do. You do it at home. It's your own business. It's not mine. I like human qualities. I like people with empathy. I like people that have emotional intelligence. And I judge you on what you bring to the table and your personality. I don't judge you for what you do or how you dress or what your opinions are. Now, did that come out right? I hope so.
Yep. I think
We have 103,000 locations across 197 countries, which include Iran, Russia, Ukraine, even North Korea, believe it or not. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to collect crypto tokens if you go treasure hunting in North Korea, visit landmarks, confirm your location, and you're collecting crypto. We're not going to pay you out. We cannot because of international sanctions. I'm sure that the North Koreans, they're a victim of this dictatorship that is in place with the Kim Jong whatever family. And We don't want to like prevent anybody. I mean, the Iranians, they could go treasure hunting and collect Quest tokens. There are sanctions against Iran, can't pay them out. Our interest is to map every landmark in the world. The people are the people, like fuck the politicians. By doing this, we created a DeepIn project, or a decentralized infrastructure, which means that when we send people to a landmark and they confirm their presence, the fact that they confirmed that they arrived at that landmark allows us to map in the blockchain every single landmark in the world. And we will not miss a single one of them because we're adding landmarks and locations every single day. Just today, I have a friend in Naples, Florida. He says, I want to go test your app in Naples. Please add locations in Naples. I'm like, no problem. And look at this. I added locations. This is where I put in. I added the Naples Pier, the Naples Botanical Garden. We're talking about Florida and the United States. Naples Zoo at Caribbean Gardens, the Street South, Fifth Avenue South, the Golisano Children's Museum of Naples. So, yeah, and I could go on and on. I added 43 locations. Naples Historical Society headquarters, Vanderbilt Beach, Naples Grand Beach Resort, the Turtle Club. I could go on and on. So this is what happens. One request, boom, 33 locations in the database in no time. So we're going to be, right now we have 103 locations. I'd like to remember everybody that when we launched the ULYS Quest platform, we had 64 locations in the database. We were exclusively located in Malta. The Maltese government gave me the middle finger. I spoke to the Minister of Tourism. He tried to set up a meeting with the CEO of Visit Malta. He didn't even want to hear about it because it was crypto related. I would have given them an incredibly powerful tool that would allow the 4.2 million visitors that come to an island with 500,000 citizens to be able to manage the over-tourism here. So with the app, you can reward people for going in lesser known tourist areas, and you reward them more Quest tokens if they go there during certain hours, and you offload, let's say Valletta, the capital city, which is overwhelmingly invaded by a colossal amount of tourists every day, because you just have 3 cruise ships per day minimum that park in at the Valletta Marina, and you're talking about 30,000 people just there. So it's a way to manage the over-tourism. The other aspect, the landmark NFTs, if they own, let's say that landmarks are very expensive to maintain, and some of them are very fragile and brittle. You take the Colosseum in Rome, falling apart. It's very ancient. The kind of limestone they used to build it is brittle and falling apart. They have to take expert archaeologists and artists to be able to take the exact same stone as back in the day and to carve it with the exact same tools and the exact same manner to replace the stones that are falling apart, so the Colosseum keeps its historical significance. If the local government in Rome would buy the Colosseum as a landmark NFT, they would be able to collect 20% of the rewards that are earned in play. So somebody visits the Colosseum, earns 50 Quest tokens because he confirms his presence. The local government gets 20 Quest tokens because they receive 20% of that. They can allocate those funds for the restoration and the preservation of the Colosseum. And you could do that with every monument in the world. Now, governments are all cash-strapped everywhere. They're all freaking broke. What a better way than to raise money with crypto to do that? So this way, the minister of, like, whatever, heritage or historical artifacts or whatever you want to call it in these countries doesn't have to go beg the prime minister and his Congress to say, I need millions because the Coliseum is falling apart. And they're going to go, but we got priorities. We have to finance Ukraine because it's fighting a war against Russia. That's more important. There you go. That was the political rant of the day.
But governments are also dealing with over-tourism and mass tourism in certain cities. And there would be another incentive of buying a landmark that's not the most visited in the world and try to divert the tourists over there instead of just adding taxes over taxes for tourists.
And some of these locations really deserve to be seen more often. People don't know about it as much because one, it hasn't been advertised as much, right?
Yeah.
So
and
this
there
could
are probably
really,
some gems.
yeah, this could bring new eyes to a great place, just like this needs, you know?
That's mass education. I love it. Making people find out about some gems other than the most visited places in the world and try to
Exactly.
understand the history and the culture behind it.
Right. And luckily, the app will tell you all about it.
Yes, that too.
You know? Just a matter of time. No doubt in my mind. This will be.
I think Alex needs some sleep.
Yeah, definitely. Alex, you're muted.
Yeah, Alex. You're muted. We can't hear you anymore. Yes, you are.
Yeah, definitely mute.
Yeah. We can't hear
How's
you.
that?
There.
Oh, now you're back.
Man, I wasn't muted on screen. I was muted because I pressed the button accidentally.
Falling asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was because I have a fat belly, so I pressed on it against the table. All right. So I was going to say we've been live streaming for 3 hours, 32 minutes, and 16 seconds, which is only a quarter of what we usually do. Especially me, I'm a freaking maniac.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get the whole world to understand and to find out about ULYS Quest and to support us and to please take a look at Quest token. You have 6,000 shitcoins that are minted every single day and they disappear within a matter of minutes or hours. This one is here to stay. Take a look at what we've done since we've launched. Test our platform, go out, earn some Quest, give it a shot. Come in our community. You're going to see the energy and the vibe we have in there. We're flushing anybody that approaches us with marketing propositions. We have a super strong community of die-hard, hardcore believers that have taken the time to truly understand what this platform can do and what it does, that have taken the time to understand the team behind it and who we are as individuals and our background and our history. And they've investigated us, and I've been answering questions nonstop in our Telegram group and on the live broadcasts for a while. So the current price of Quest on the decentralized exchange, we're sitting at $46,589 market cap. I invite you all to go only to our official source, which could be ulys.site. ULYS.SIT, that's our website. You could click there in the menu for Quest tokens. It will take you to the deck screener appropriate page. Do not land on the copycats. Some of them are simulating our success because obviously they see the potential to grift all of that. Our smart contract starts with a capital E, number 5, and the letter B, E5BC. Don't use the wrong smart contract. Join us on Telegram. If you go on ulys.site, you go all the way to the bottom, you're going to have all our social links to Telegram, Discord. We have a beautiful, professionally set up Discord server. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, we're there. Now, for the first time ever, we've live streamed from Twitch. We are live streaming from YouTube as well. And we are live streaming on X Live, not X Spaces, which the majority of people are watching us now. Hello, X. Thank you all for being here. So yeah, stick to the official channels. Some people are using even my profile picture out of Telegram and is messaging people to try and scam them out of their coins by saying, "Oh, we're going to version 2 because version 1 we had to like shut the door on it, so I have to swap your tokens, send them to me, and you'll just get ripped off." There's a shit ton of scammers out there. Be extremely careful. In case of doubt, or even if you do not doubt, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a scam. Even if you're absolutely sure that whoever is telling you something is true, don't. Hold on to your coins. You want to sell them on the DEX. Swap them for another token. Don't fricking transfer them to anybody. Don't give your seed phrase to anybody. Just be careful. It's a cesspool of scammers and really, really nasty crooks out there. I don't mince my words when I talk about them because God, I hate them. So there you go. That was our live broadcast for today. Steve, last words?
Just watch some videos, and I'm very confident that if you do, you'll see it the way everybody else in the group sees it. It's the best thing you can do. And you don't have to spend $10,000. Just get a bit, because that little bit's going to turn into something big.
True. Karen?
Right?
As a teacher, I'll be just saying, do your homework, do your own research, listen to the 14-minute video demo, try it hands-on, go visit the first landmark, the closest to your house where you live, claim your tokens, try it out, and then join our community. And we'll see if you have any questions. We'll be glad to answer them.
Yeah.
Just
Thank
do
you
your
very
homework.
much to both of you for having co-hosted this live stream with me from the start. We've been live streaming for 3 hours 37 minutes. We will definitely be back tomorrow because we are on a mission. We are on a mission to $1 billion market cap to start. Obviously, our first target here is more conservative. We'd just like to get over 100,000 and just beat that all-time high of 92K. You could pick up some Quest dirt cheap. It's an opportunity of a freaking lifetime. Don't miss it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in day out, especially those hardcore followers that we have in our Telegram group. They're always here watching. They're showing us tremendous support, tremendous belief. Everybody is working for their own bag in our community. And they're doing absolutely everything they can to support the team here. As I said, we have the financial means to push this with marketing, to do everything that needs to be done. We're not just counting on the community to do stuff. We are going to do a bit push with marketing, but we, yes, Trevor, yes, I'm feeling sleepy, I'm hungry, I'm tired. Trevor is our community manager on on Discord and also on Telegram, and he just sent me a message. Yeah, brother, I am tired. But yes, so that's about it. I think we're going to leave it to that. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We greatly appreciate your support. We love you. Take care.